Collison hauls down the rebound, keeping Nesterovic at bay. Collison wheels it outside to Ray. Ray streaks to the glass. Oh, he packs him with the left hand.
Is that right?
Ray got on the magic carpet and threw down with the left hand. Now we've seen it all.
Yeah, I've seen it all.
Wow.
I was excited when it happened live, Terry.
Yeah.
But I'm that real Vegas tired this morning, baby.
Oh, great.
Oh, yes. If I'm mean to everyone, especially you listeners out there, well, you all deserve it.
Okay.
At least that's my perspective this morning, Terry.
Really? Oh, super.
You hit it hard?
Huh?
Hit it hard on your weekend?
Huh?
Yeah.
Stephen, let's not push the issue here.
Just a mess.
Are you?
Oh, Lord. My body's just not right.
Wow.
3 hours last night of sleep, Terry.
Oh, not
Ooh,
good.
that is not good.
That's you haven't done that in, what, a couple of
The
years?
night before. What are you talking about? I get 3 hours once a month. But you put back-to-back nights, back-to-back-to-back of 3 hours. The night before, about 4 hours. The night before that, who knows what.
Jeez.
And that's when it really starts to set in.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
Oh, jeez.
You should sleep on your vacation. You know, catch up.
Crushed. Bet on that stupid Felix Trinidad.
Yeah?
Yes. I had a nice string of boxing bets going, Terry, where I hadn't lost on a fight in 8 times in a row.
Right.
I think I've lost on the last 2 now.
Ooh.
I can't remember what the one was before this, but I remember losing.
Was it Sugar Shane Mosley, maybe? The one you lost on?
I don't remember.
Well, darn it.
I don't know. I can't think this morning.
Okay.
Don't ask me to. I don't want to.
Well, they're just taking back some of their winnings, I guess. That's how it works.
What's that now?
They're taking back some of their winnings.
Who's this now?
I'm Steven. How are you doing? I've
Right.
worked with you for a few years
who
now.
are you talking about? Look at me. I'm broken. I got to stop using this moisturizer. I'm broken out.
Wow.
The lady who does my facials told me that months ago. She said you got to stop using this
And you
moisturizer
didn't?
you're using. And it makes my face feel good, Terry.
Well, but obviously it's not good for your face because it's breaking out. So
Well-
you should have listened to her. She knows what's going on.
Now that I'm getting these monsters itch, I may have to heed her warnings, Terry. Because it's a real oily kind of moisturizer, but it makes my skin feel all smooth and pretty.
Maybe she can give you an alternative moisturizer.
Oh, I'll take an alternative, baby.
How can something so good feel so bad?
I've been waiting for her to offer me an alternative for a long time now.
Have you?
Huh? What's that now, Steven?
How can something so good be so bad?
What are you referring to now?
Your moisturizer.
so
It feels so good on your face.
Wow. I bet that's not the first time Steven's ever uttered that in his life.
That's what you said.
Campbell's howling for help. Steven simultaneously is saying those words. What are those words again, Steven?
How could something feel so good be so bad?
Right.
Feel so good on your face.
Sure. I'm sure he adds that.
so bad.
I'm sure he adds that part of it too.
Yeah, I'm sure he
And
does.
he said the face part to try to get himself out of the
Right.
sexual reference.
Yeah, he
and
did.
yet it only made it that much more
I know.
seedy and disgusting.
I know, because we're all picturing Stephen and Campbell in a different
Right.
position.
That's the reason you threw in the word face there, Stephen, to get it off the sexual reference
You know,
kind of
that's-
angle, didn't you?
You know, that is true, but I realize the error of
You
my
only
ways.
went deeper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You only went deeper.
Peter's going to
Deeper.
come knocking on your door. Take Campbell out.
Oh, Lord. Is tonight that Star Wars? So I'm not going to get sleep again tonight because I'm going to be up all night from the thrill of Star Wars, Terry?
Yes, I think so.
With tonight being the Star Wars premiere?
Boy, oh boy.
With a playoff game tonight, too.
Okay, I may have to miss that one. Sonic playoff game.
Wow.
We'll talk about them. Mm-hmm. They have made this city feel good, right?
Sure has.
Yes, proud, and I was at the game Thursday night. I wasn't at the game Sunday, obviously. I watched it in the sports book in Vegas, Terry, or the poker room. They have flat screens all over the place now. And I could feel the energy from Seattle.
Tons of energy.
Hitting me right square between the eyes, Terry.
Bam. Just
You ever
like
say
that.
those words, Steven?
But it feels so good.
Jeez.
And yet it's so bad. How do you do it? How are you able to justify that?
I'm not sure, really.
All right. You work that out and give us an answer before 10 o'clock, all right? Okay.
The T-Man.
Well, in case you're counting, less than 50 hours till the first showings of the last Star Wars movie here in Seattle.
Well, actually, not really, because what time does our premiere start tonight? Pastela?
7 o'clock.
Oh, he's counting the hours down right now. Listen to him.
Got the alarm set, dude.
Yes.
12 hours away.
It's pretty geeked up in there, Terry. Geek. The root of geek, Terry, would be the operative part of that phrase.
I know.
It's the true test for the geeks because with the Sonic game tonight, if you're going to miss that for Star Wars,
Oh, man.
definitely a geek.
I don't think the Star Wars fans have any remote interest
No crossover.
It's a different crowd.
All right.
in the Sonic game tonight.
You like basketball, huh?
Right. Is that the game they play with the bow and arrow?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think they care at all.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just a bunch of guys running up and down a court. What?
Less than 50 hours till the first showings of the last Star Wars movie here in Seattle.
Can we get you here?
That's Billy D. Williams, who played Lando Calrissian in episodes 5 and 6. Mark Hamill,
Right.
better known as Luke Skywalker, was there too.
Yeah, sure.
So did someone dressed up as Luke's dad, Darth Vader.
Oh, this is the premiere in L.A., Terry. They had the big premiere in L.A. last night.
Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, officially opens nationwide on Thursday.
Yes.
The first shows here are at many local theaters a minute past midnight on Wednesday night.
And it's the last one, Terry.
Yeah.
That's the final chapter.
It is.
The last installment, says George Lucas. Of course, he said that in 1979 with Empire Strikes Back. Or 82 with Return of the Jedi, or 85, whatever it was. I don't even know. But he said that many times, yeah.
Here's episode 7. I just found it underneath my mattress.
Well, this one
There you
didn't come before or after. It came sideways, and that's how, technically, this movie is able to be released. He's going to say 2 years from now, Terry.
Sure.
Because you know what he's going to do now. He's come out and said, I'm tired of the Star Wars thinking that I have to put in to make these movies happen. I want to try to do other things in entertainment. Because he's not the oldest guy in the world. He's like 60, I guess. And he wants to put out other movies. He'll make one clunker, and then he'll be back to Star Wars in a couple of years.
Return of the dollars.
Right.
That's what he's going to be thinking in his head.
Yes.
How am I going to pay for things?
The IRS strikes back, and you watch how quickly he makes another Star Wars, Terry.
Yeah, that's what it will be.
Of course. So they call it the final installment of your Star Wars little run of movies. But I highly doubt this is going to be the last Star Wars movie ever, Terry.
Okay.
Yes, David.
Like the Cher farewell tour.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Cher's been using that selling gimmick for a long time.
Like the last 5 years, 10
Every
years?
time people come to a sold-out final performance by Cher, she must be thinking backstage, looking out through the curtain, oh, look at those suckers here now. Just like George Lucas must be doing after he's got you all convinced. This is your final installment of Star Wars. Nothing but Star Wars.
Classic example, the Rolling Stones farewell tour in 85.
Right.
People are like, oh, I'm going to miss them.
Yeah, nostalgia.
They're on tour again this year.
Nostalgia rules the new millennium. If you don't believe me, all I have to tell you is that Motley Crue was just signed to a $50 million contract to play for the rest of the year in Las Vegas.
Really?
Yes, because of Steven and Hotshot going to that show.
Where are they going to play a Hard Rock?
They were doing so well in Las Vegas for their weeks. How many times they play for like a week?
Like a few times.
A couple of times that they signed them for the rest of the year, and the rest of the year only has what 6-7 months to go.
Sure.
They
but
signed
still.
them $10 million a piece. There's 5 dudes and 4. Okay, so that's $40 million. I can do the math.
Well, unless you want to include the midget.
And their business manager. Okay, there you go. And the hookers. They get a cut.
And all those girls. Yeah.
Of course. So,
Wow, that's a nice little pocket of change.
$10 million for each Motley Crue member to perform in Las Vegas for the rest of the year. Terry, that's Barry Manilow money.
Yeah.
I never thought that Motley Crue would be considered in the same breath, Terry, as Barry.
Barry.
But they have certainly now made it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They put on a good show, though.
If you say so.
Stephen rocket out to Motley Crue.
Seeing Steven scream, shout out the devil, top of his lungs, very worth it for me.
On Easter Sunday, no doubt.
Right. Price of admission for me alone.
Oh, my gosh.
And from that, we go to...
I'm not going.
Yeah, Schwager.
I'm not going to watch Star Wars.
Well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be able to go to any movie until you see Napoleon Dynamite, who, the creators of that movie, stole your personality.
Well, I'm kind of like in a financial bind for a while.
That's a shock.
Get used to it.
So you've hit hard times, in other words, financially over the past little
My
while.
family owes me in total over $50.
Whoa, financial hard time.
He's lost his fortune, Terry. And now he's got to tighten up his belt. Oh, jeez.
They
I
need
only
a
have like
wheel on
40
the
cents
trailer.
on me anyways.
What did he say his family owes him?
$50. Over
Oh, 50 bucks.
Or plus.
Yes, well, when you're expecting that kind of cash and then it doesn't come through, I could see how it could hurt your entire lifestyle, you know.
That'll be the next George Lucas movie, The Raiders of the Lost Ark, trying to find the lost treasure of Swigger's $50.
Now he can't go to college.
I heard back in '98 that there could have been a 7th movie.
All right.
And it would be called Return of the Emperor.
Okay.
And I kind of fought my sister's boyfriend this weekend.
Also in the same thought, it seems like, but I guess he changed the subject. What's this now, Schwager? That should be worth $50 alone.
I know, huh?
You mean the people in the trailer park didn't pay $50 to see that happen?
Revenge of the Meth Head.
Nobody paid to see that happen. I finally had it with him. He was hurting my sister, and I just...
Really?
Well, good for you for stepping up, man.
Many a brother, many a man has snapped, Terry, when seeing his sister abused. I'm assuming he means not only mentally, but physically. Is that right there, Schwager? And he couldn't take it anymore. Many a dude is sitting in a cell right now, Terry, thinking about how they thought they were doing right, and they perhaps were in defending their sister, but then killing the abusive boyfriend. Sometimes the court system has a problem with that. So, Schwager, I'm glad you didn't do anything too violent.
I only bit him.
Where'd you bite him?
As I was saying...
His hand.
Wait, where?
Did he, slap your sister around?
Stephen asked that question in the same tone of voice. I was just trying to make sure that was the case. He asked that question in the same tone of voice that I ask some women out there what they're wearing, Terry. He went like this. He went, "Where'd you bite him?" Did you hear that, Terry?
Yeah.
Is that a little concerning?
Very concerning.
Where'd you bite him?
I said his hand.
Oh. All right, tell us all how this happened.
Oh, jeez, stop.
Maybe you should stay out of this, Stephen.
He had showed up that earlier on Saturday, and I got there, and he and my sister were pestering my mom for $20. And my mom was, my mom's not the person you want to pester on and on, because she'll get very, very angry.
I thought your mom was in jail.
No,
she got out, remember, on bond. We were just looking for an attorney.
How much bond did it take to get your mom out of jail? What's the going rate on mom?
I have no idea.
Well, who paid it?
Yeah, who got her out?
No, look, the situation with my mom is this. She had her court date, and until there's an open space, they can't put her in.
That's exciting.
Wow.
So, in other words, they don't have enough beds?
Correct.
How long will she have to be in for?
That's 6 months.
Really?
And
what are you going to do?
When they have a vacancy, they're going to call on her?
Basically, I think.
Right.
Nobody really tells me what's going on. I've only been informed by my grandma what's really going on with my mom.
So she's going to have to go and do 6 months once there's a space for her?
Yes.
Wow.
Are you dreading that day, or how you feel about that? Maybe it's a good thing for her and you? Is that what you're thinking? I'm trying to feel out where you're falling in on this.
As I see it right now, I don't even think that she should have been brought up on charges.
All right. Okay, go on, Schwager.
Matthew with his lightsaber.
Okay, anyways.
By the way, if mom moves to Brazil, you better just get used to
boyfriend and my sister from pestering my mom, I gave them $20.
Right.
Oh, that's
the last of my money.
All right, just
and as he walked out the door, he said, "Hey, I already had $100." And so he got $20 out of me, had already $100 on hand.
I'm starting to feel like I hope the boyfriend won, Terry.
Oh, man, come on.
Get to the point, Schwager. When did the fight start? Give me the highlights.
The fight started about midnight.
Why?
He kept on yelling at my sister and threw beer cans at her.
He threw beer cans at her, but beer cans that are empty, and I'm sure they were empty.
By him.
One hit her eye,
No
and
question.
she started bleeding.
Bleeding.
She started bleeding.
Blinking and bleeding, Terry. That's a double whammy that you don't want.
Double whammy.
Now, if he's throwing empty beer cans at her, it's not the most violent of acts, but
It caused her to bleed.
she still didn't need that nonetheless.
Right.
And her brother can't just sit around and watch that happening to his loving sister.
No, that's when you call 911 and have the sheriffs come and take the boyfriend
Now, of course,
away.
we don't know the boyfriend side, Terry. Maybe his sister's lazy ass should have made him some dinner, and she didn't, Terry.
God, come on.
And because of that, she had this coming.
Right.
I might not like my sister, but There are some things that I will not stand for.
And
What
that's
he
good,
did,
Matthew.
I will not
See
stand
that,
for.
Terry? A lot of brothers and sisters and brothers and sisters, they don't get along.
Right.
But when push comes to shove,
That's
if
family.
someone outside of the family starts getting aggressive with your blood, you get into attack mode.
That's right.
You can't call the police because they take the whole family away.
Oh, geez.
That's why you don't do
They
that.
searched the
Actually, I'm
trailer and
surprised
God
that
only
they
knows
didn't call
what
the
they
police.
found.
Okay, so it's Saturday night, midnight/Sunday morning. Is that right?
Yes.
Beer cans being thrown at your sister.
What kind?
Like a game of beer can dodgeball, Terry. The kind of midnight game you're not looking forward to for any weekend.
One can hit her in the eyebrow.
One can hit her in the eyebrow, causing her to bleak and bleed.
Wow.
And she still has a black eye from that.
Really?
What?
Yes, and it looks like that she
Black
might still
eye
need
from
to
a
get stitches
thrown...
for the
Wait a
cut.
minute. Wait. A black eye from a thrown empty beer can?
Was it?
I'm not even sure if it was an empty beer can or a beer bottle.
There's none that are full by midnight. I mean,
Well,
let's be
I
honest.
thot you witnessed this. I thought you saw it. And
Well,
when
by
you-
the time the fight was going on, half the lights were kind of like broken.
Schwager, did you see what
I
happened
did
or
see an
not?
object hit my sister in the eye.
You saw an object,
Or at least at the eyebrow area.
but you can't identify what that object was.
I know it was heavy. And I know it was probably sharp because there is a gash.
You couldn't see it soaring through the air, but you felt heaviness.
No, I saw it, but I couldn't define the object.
Well, I mean, you can define the difference between a bottle and a can. Was it a bottle or a can?
I'm leaning towards can, but I don't think it was empty.
Well, when it hit the ground, after it was done with its motion, did you take a glimpse at what the hell it was or no?
No, because I was going after her boyfriend.
You, without even time for a thought,
Correct.
leaped across the trailer and started pounding this guy.
Actually, it'd be across the living room, but yeah.
Well, same thing.
Yeah.
Like 2 steps away?
Oh,
What?
jeez.
So you,
I mean, the living room's in a trailer, right?
Yes.
Okay,
But I
fine.
didn't jump across the trailer.
I understand. Anyhow, there was a couple of feet left on each side of the trailer. Terry.
Okay.
All right.
Now
can't
that
believe
that
he's not
cleared
popular
up.
in high school.
All right, so your
started
sister has,
rocking.
you want us to believe the sister has a black eye from the thrown object.
Yes.
And a gash. Did she need stitches?
It looks like about a 1-inch gash.
A 1-inch gash?
Okay.
That's a healthy gash.
Yeah, butterfly Band-Aid
as
or
far
stitches?
As gashes go, 1 inch is no small little gash.
And, well,
'Cause I
my mom
gash.
told her to get medical attention.
Oh,
She
dear.
hasn't, so...
She's going to have a lovely scar.
But before the blood started even pouring out of your sister's eyeball, you were going after her boyfriend.
Correct.
And
And so was my
how'd that
mom,
work out for you?
so
How'd the
was
date
my
end? How'd the
mom's
date end?
boyfriend.
What's that?
So was my mom, and so was my mom's boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Everyone at once leapt across the across the living room,
This is where we live.
and went after this guy. It was
I got him onto the ground.
it was 3-on-1 action.
Got me in a headlock.
What?
So I bit him.
He
My
got
mom
him
went
on the
to get a
ground.
club,
Boyfriend
and
got a
then
headlock.
Yes.
and then my mom's boyfriend was trying to put him in a chokehold.
Now, can't one just contest that this is just typical trailer Saturday night
Yes,
fun?
of course.
Yes.
In the park there, Terry?
Absolutely.
Poor people are funny.
Okay, so you're on the ground in a headlock, and you're biting
biting
his
the hand.
hand
Yes.
that feeds you. And
Mom's boyfriend is on top of him trying to get sister's boyfriend in a headlock,
Yes.
too. Because
And my mom went to go get like a big stick and use it as a club.
all right, so how did this conclude? What happens next?
where's your mom's guns, man? She had
dear.
guns in the house.
Well, okay,
Where's the
after
This boyfriend's lucky this didn't happen 3 weeks ago.
I know, huh?
Yes.
okay, after
Oh, jeez. What was that?
that was somebody here
think
that
it's someone-
does not like you.
That needs to be beaten down, dude.
Uh-oh. Bite him.
Mm-hmm.
Hurry.
Leap across the...
That
Yes.
was anyways, how it ended up. After like a minute of fighting, everybody just broke up. He threw another beer can, went outside for a few hours, and then left the next day.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least he got a good night's sleep.
Yeah, he did. Well rested.
And I don't think
In a warm bed in the trailer, Terry.
Yes.
keyword I hope,
Yes.
because I really don't know with my sister.
Now, was your sister, like, screaming for you to get off him, which is typical of a woman abused, Terry?
Oh.
Was she defending him in some sense when you guys were going after him, or no?
The only thing I really remember of her doing is yelling at him.
Well,
And
what
I don't
does your
remember
gut tell
any
you?
about her defending him.
All right, what about your sense as to whether she's going to continue the relationship with this guy, or is this the last straw? She would never even dream of seeing him again.
He stayed overnight. He
I
didn't
have
leave
no
till the
idea.
next morning. Come on.
Yeah, well, what's the deal with him staying overnight after he was just beaten down for a full minute
A full minute.
in the trailer?
I don't know.
That means that they've made up.
He
and they're
lives
all
over
fine.
in Kent.
Mm-hmm. All right, dude, whatever.
Shocker.
It's just, it makes my head hurt also, okay?
Yes. Stephen, any questions?
That's not the best environment for you to be growing up in, I would imagine.
No, I think he's going to be a perfectly adjusted adult, I doubt.
A lot of people living in that trailer.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Got grandma, mom, the boyfriend, the sister, the brother.
Your conclusion, Stephen, is it's not any reflection on these people individually. It's just the fact that when you get this many people in the closed quarters that is a trailer, this is bound to happen.
Yeah.
It's like putting a bunch of rats in a cage, man. Start chewing on each other's feet after a while.
Fending for themselves.
Yep.
Give me some room.
I mean, when the living room is the whole place.
Swagger,
Yeah.
Stephen's answer to this is get your ass out of the trailer.
Well, I got like 5 weeks left.
Wow.
Good for you.
Then where?
Well, I finally
Yeah,
get.
he thinks just because high school's over, something magical is going to happen the day that high school ends.
Yeah, they give you the free post-high school
Well,
apartment.
Basically,
Yeah, they don't give you an apartment at graduation,
I want to
Swagger.
get a place of my own.
What's that?
I want to get a place of my own.
Well,
Why don't
I
you
mean,
do it now?
You can do it now. You don't have to wait for graduation.
You know how many forms and stuff I have to switch? When I move to my new place, saying that I'm my own independent stuff, all that other fun stuff, that's going to take at least 3 weeks, and I don't want to go through 3 weeks of paperwork.
And then they change the mail and all that.
Oh, I don't understand. Why is there paperwork now as opposed to 5 weeks from now? He's already 18.
I
He's
know.
been
Yeah,
18, he's been 18 for 4 years.
He's
But
19.
okay, the school still sees me as I'm living with my mom. I'm still under her control.
They don't have to know, just
that
live
means
somewhere
that I
else.
have to go through some stuff about
Listen,
that. Then I have to change all
I just
the
got back from
No, you
Vegas.
don't.
I haven't slept. I already have a roaring headache. Do I need to listen to this?
I'm just telling you,
Endless
that's why I'm
story,
waiting until I
Terry.
get out of high school.
Sister have big boobs or no?
She
I
must.
don't look at my sister's chest.
You don't have to look at your sister's chest and now she has big boobs. My sister had huge boobs and I was afraid to look at her chest too, but I knew it.
I don't know, maybe B's? I don't know.
That's it.
I don't know.
You're
I'm not
asking
very
him
good
to-
at telling what size
yeah,
people
I was
are.
gonna
He's never touched a
He's
boob.
never touched a boob.
If your sister wasn't your sister, would you think she was pretty?
No, because she is annoying.
All right, but what does she look like?
Well, compared to Britney Spears, better.
It is. What does she weigh about, would you say?
What?
That is. What does she weigh, Schwager? Is she overweight? Is she a
she's about
fat
115.
She's a
115?
skinny little thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's about an inch shorter than me.
Really? So she's like
You can say it.
she's like 5'8", 115?
Wow.
Excuse me,
5'9"?
that guy's back.
She's like that tall? She's
Go,
5...
Go.
Wow. It's like, are you talking about your sister's boobs on the radio? You're sick. That's why my mom told me not to call that show. Didn't your mom tell you that?
See, man, I'm going to have to get out of here before this...
Well, your sister's like 5'9", Schwager?
Hey, get out of here.
Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh, he's getting attacked at school.
Yes.
Everywhere he goes, he gets attacked.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to have to leave before somebody else shows up.
All right, Schwager, just tell me one thing. How tall is your sister?
She's about an inch shorter than I am.
I know, but what are you, like 5'10"?
5'11" and a half.
So she's 5'10"?
Yes.
And that's skinny? 115?
115?
Whoa!
Oh, no food in the trailer? That's
Yeah.
what happens.
Nothing but food.
Fried spam 3 times a day.
Oh, jeez. Schwager.
Had a little crack. No.
Oh, jeez. Plenty of crack.
I think it's meth in that place.
You're
Oh,
right.
jeez. Wow.
Jeez, what a weekend he had.
Someone got bees, though. We can help her out there, Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people with dysfunctional family members. We just don't live with them.
That's
I
right.
know.
That's the key.
get it.
Don't live there.
If we gave her boobs, it could be a happier trailer park environment, Terry.
Yeah.
One devoid of all outbursts and physicality. So maybe I'd be doing a real service by giving his sister breast implants, Terry.
Could
We
be.
have that power.
I know that.
But now she's got a mangled eye, so screw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give it to someone with 2 good eyes. Save the boobs.
Okay.
For someone with 2 functioning eyeballs.
Right.
Okay.
The T-Man. The world famous.
Women may be more vulnerable to chronic drinking than men. A new study from Germany says women can develop alcohol-related brain damage.
Terry, this is the way we need them. This is the way we're supposed to be. This is the way, obviously, we're getting little small favors out there, and that's good. That's good as As men, we can use them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Women may be more vulnerable to chronic drinking than men. A new study from Germany says women can develop alcohol-related brain damage and become addicted more quickly. Scientists looked at computer images of brains in their research.
Okay, now I know they're lying, Terry, because women don't have brains.
Oh, jeez.
You scientists looked at nothing, and you know it.
Scientists looked at computer images of brains in their research.
Right.
Both men and women who abstain from drinking can partially reverse these kinds of damages.
Yeah, why don't you want to do that? That's anything counterproductive, Terry, is reversing your speed, huh? Yeah, huh? Sure.
We want women to drink.
Right?
That's all there is to it.
That's the point.
Brain damage.
I did more than my share over the weekend, Terry.
Yeah?
I got that real Vegas tiredness in me right now.
Oh, geez.
And I'm ready to explode at any second with some kind of outburst that someone out there is going to really deserve.
Okay.
Okay?
Gotcha.
So be careful, Terry. It may be you.
Oh, okay.
I got that real Vegas fatigue in me right now. I got off the plane at like midnight.
Oh, man.
And
got home around, 1 or so? And
I got like a full night's sleep over the past 4 nights combined.
yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. The full night's sleep to me is 7 hours. Mm-hmm. I think I got that over the past 4 days.
Yeah, spread that out.
Yes.
Not a lot.
So,
But you had fun, at least, right?
I'm a little on edge. Oh, I had fun, yeah.
Good.
Make any money?
I had fun, yeah. Well, if Felix Trinidad didn't look like such a girl fighting Terry.
Well, see, I won't see that until, next week or whatever when they don't have it on pay-per-view.
You know, girls fight, Terry.
Sure.
With no brains.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if you saw the fight, Terry, but
No, I didn't.
A man named Winky.
Well,
How do you bet on a man named Winky?
Winky Wright, right?
Right. Winky Wright, Winky W. Wright, certainly showed Felix Trinidad how to box.
Did he?
Mm-hmm. And it was just unbelievable because at the fight there were all these people who had flown in or are living here from Puerto Rico, Terry. They were all over the joint. They were really just so upbeat going into this fight. They had the flags everywhere.
Right.
Fun, happy people, Terry. I was rooting with them.
Yeah?
And they were so damn dejected.
Oh, that's too bad.
Leaving the building.
Tough.
It was a damn shame.
Yeah. Was it by knockdown or what?
There was no knockouts.
Oh, okay.
Didn't need to be, Terry.
Really?
One man got his ass kicked, and it wasn't Winky W. Wright.
Okay.
All right.
I gotcha.
Man who got his ass kicked was the man who I had a decent bit of money on.
Sure. You
right.
like to bet your fights.
Right. Why shouldn't I? After paying $1,500 a ticket, Terry, it only makes sense, right? Of course.
Did you see Lionel Richie there this time?
No. Okay, what else is going on in the world? What else do you have? I have people on the line that want to give money to Schwager. Is that what it's come down to now, Terry?
Geez.
Giving handouts to Matthew Schwager? Come on.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you with
He
that
should start
one.
his own hotline or something. But I guess women are starting to feel like they were impressed that he came to his sister's aid, and maybe that's what does it. Maybe that's a little gimmick that I guess he was being truthful, but if he wasn't, that would be a good way to pull off some kind of scam.
That's the thing he always
money.
Always has done, though. He's come to all of his family.
Yeah, he
at one point
does,
or
definitely. Yeah, even though he doesn't like his family.
You want to make a donation to the Schwager Foundation?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Well, first, I called early this morning, first of all. I'm also working out at the gym with Gay, and I found out Friday that he quit. And I know you guys have really tried to help this man, okay?
Right.
I'm saying that I think that it would be great to put some real thought and financial aid behind Matthew. I mean, this boy is living in a deplorable situation, and every time I hear him speak, I mean, I hear it sort of, everyone laughs and makes jokes, but I'm really concerned about this kid.
So, in other words, you've given up on Gay, too, is what you're saying. There's no hope there.
Right.
So we might as well move to Matthew.
Right.
I'm just saying that, honestly, I think, like I said, you guys have did everything, possible to help this man. I mean, I wish I was in Gay's, place at the club. You've supported him 100%. And I went in, and they go, no, he called up and quit. And I'm like, wow,
Wow. And the word is that the blood is so bad between Gay and the people who were helping him, Terry, the people that were trying to do everything to save his life.
Yeah.
Gay is totally burned the bridge to such an extent, Terry, that he's not even allowed in the gym anymore.
Are you serious? I thought he was
Yes.
supposed to go back in there this past weekend and
I'm only
have a new
telling you-
trainer and all that.
I'm only telling you what I heard. Apparently, words that Gay said, and who knows? I don't know what happened. I can't remember.
Drama,
I don't
just
remember
like he
much.
likes
That was an email I got just before I got on the plane. So
Yeah, and they honestly told me that he just was a big whiner. Yeah, I mean, that's all I ever heard. I talked to trainers there. You know, I mean, but then he was, like you said, the guy was almost 400 pounds, T, and I understand how hard that is.
When it came down to it, he was able to put forth the energy for a good, 2, 3, 4 weeks.
Sure.
And,
Lost 50
and you would
pounds.
think maybe in those weeks, with the encouragement of losing 50 pounds, he would be able to find the ability to put forth another 30 days, maybe max. But he couldn't even do that, Terry.
Right.
With all the unbelievable results, he still couldn't keep it going for more than just a meager month.
Right.
It's pretty scary because if you're not going to work out when someone's cooking food for you and gives you a free membership, you're never working out.
And I got an email. I got an email from the guy who was training him, Terry. I got an email from the guy who owns the gym, and he sounded as devastated by this news.
Yes, he was.
As anyone, Terry.
Yes, he was.
And he made it clear to me that he not only was cooking his meals, not only was putting his meals on a silver platter and giving him the plan on how to lose the weight and weighing him and giving him the high fives of encouragement, but while Gay was walking on the treadmill, because he could sense that Gay would, as soon as he got bored, lose interest, they were there at his side, talking to him, making him laugh, trying to make him forget that he was on the treadmill the whole time.
For like hours?
The whole time.
They do this.
Standing at his side the whole hour he's on the treadmill like they didn't have anything better to do in their lives.
Like they don't have a whole gym to run or anything.
Right.
God.
Great.
Are you serious?
You guys, I spoke
And
to
it
Brad
doesn't.
Friday.
And it doesn't end there.
Oh, come on.
Not only.
There's more?
Not only, Terry, were they cooking his meals. Not only were they standing at his side doing stand-up comedy while he's walking on the treadmill.
How's this one work for you?
Not only are they his encouraging spiritual and
advisors
and
everything?
advisor type leaders to his weight loss, Terry, but they gave him free massages.
No way.
No way.
You get out.
Free massages to ease the pain of the cramping in his legs that he gets and the little sciatic nerve. I don't know what nerve is that runs down your legs from your back.
Sciatic nerve.
Yeah, the nerve that he has, literally and figuratively.
Right.
The nerve that he has that flares up. Oh, geez. They gave him free massages, Terry, that Gay and I didn't know anything about that.
I didn't know
Gay
either.
never mentioned that.
Yeah, the massages.
And you know how many
stuff.
people it takes to massage him?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
the
you
whole
know,
staff.
it's so interesting. Is
Terry,
that
they had to
here-
bring the whole Teamsters Union.
Okay, you get the ankle.
I was watching a rerun of Oprah, I think it was last night, about this woman who lost 360 some odd pounds on her own.
Right.
And I'm sitting, I mean, and here's Gay with all this help, and he can't do it.
That's scary.
Well, not only, Terry, they give him the free massage.
There's not more.
Oh,
Stop.
T-Man, you
only
stop.
did
Come
they
on,
give
T-Man.
him the cooked meals. Not
take it.
only did they give him the encouragement with the stand-up comedy and the juggler, but the woman who rides that unicycle with the plates that she catches
Oh
on her
my
head.
gosh! Now that's
great.
amazing.
You know, halftime at the Sonics games.
Right.
Wait.
They also gave him free round-trip vacations to Europe every other day.
They did
Terry.
not.
No.
Gay Perry.
Okay, I'm joking about that now. But all the other stuff is true.
The
May as well have
massage
done that. It wouldn't have mattered.
therapist, the food.
When I read that part, I was like, I didn't even know anything about that. I mean, you know how much massages cost?
Oh, I know. Yes.
I spent over $100 a massage
Sure,
these days.
I know.
And
I
he's
know.
getting them free on top of the cooked meals and the free gym services and everything else.
And I'm sure they probably called him all the time to make sure, he was doing
Therapy.
okay, and said, hey, if at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, if you feel the urge to eat, call.
But as predicted, 30 days into it, he said, nah, I'm out.
Yeah, this sucks.
Well,
But they yelled at me.
they got to
told
take
me
the
to work
picture
out.
down, guys.
What's that now?
They got to take that poster down because I don't want to look at it anymore.
Oh, the poster's still up?
Yeah, it was up on Friday when I was in the gym, and I have to tell you, Brad was truly, really. I talked to Brad before I left, and I told him I was going to call because I know how hard they work there for him, and it was just he was very disheartened. He just couldn't believe it. He just blew it off. And back to little Matt. Honestly, you guys.
Back to Little Man.
All right, how much money do you want to give him since you're such a generous type here? What kind of cash you want to give him?
Well, the thing was,
let's talk dollars and cents. huh?
Okay, well he called.
It's all about the money.
Yeah.
Okay, well hey, I work hard for my money too, guys. But
Right.
I'm saying, I think Matt, he called in and said he didn't have money to do something. this
Right.
morning. What was the plan? He wanted to go to a film, or
So you're going to give him money if he does something? Is that the deal here?
no? You
No,
said
he
you
wanted to go to the Star Wars thing, and he didn't have any money to go see the movie.
I think I just saw a porno like this, Terry. It's called MILF Part 2.
Wow.
Really? No, but I'm
Is it
just
any
saying
good?
I would be glad to take, to offer him, the money to go and have a good time, I just think he's a deserving kid, and I think he needs back.
Terrific. All right, whatever. Okay. Let's now get the other side, the other point of view, Terry, from I'm sure either a very enraged or a very saddened gay phone operator on the line, Terry.
What's the bet?
He's a gay phone operator. He's so gay. He's so phone operator. And now, here's Gay. A good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, gay. Yes, gay.
You know what, you guys...
I guess it's Terry.
Okay.
Either that or a combination of both.
No, I'm not sad. Not at all.
He's enraged.
This woman on the line, she's still on the line, I believe. Is that right?
I am.
She wants the life-size picture of you in the gym immediately removed since you're no longer a good standing member of that gym.
That's fine. They can take it down. I don't care.
Well, apparently it's going to take a crane, a wrecking ball, and who knows what else to get that thing down. Because I said it was built life-size to your...
Yeah, are you going to let me
size
give
and
my
shape.
side of the story? Because if you don't, and even if you do, I'm going to post it on my website today, and everybody can go and find out exactly why I quit.
We know
and
why
why
you
I
quit.
asked not to work with that trainer anymore,
Yeah,
and
'cause he
what
yelled at
happened
him.
last week.
He yelled at him. I know exactly what happened, Terry. I don't need to know the details from Gay
No, of
Phone
course you
Operator.
don't. You
he's
never
gonna
need to know
He's going to
details.
spin it his way. I have no affiliation with this guy, okay? He's not a sponsor of this show. He was doing a nice service for Gay. He doesn't see it that way. Gay sees him now as his pappy, Terry. I almost feel sorry for pappy now, Terry, when I never
didn't
did
say he
before.
wasn't doing
I
something nice for me.
believed Gay Phone Operator was the wristwatch story and all that other crap he threw at us. Now I know maybe I should have taken all that with a grain of salt, Terry, because Gay Phone Operator has his slant on things that are twisted and then just completely absurd. This guy was doing Gay not only a service, but an effort to save his life, and that's not an overstatement, Terry.
No,
okay?
I know that. I
This
know.
guy heard Gay Phone Operator blubbering one day on the radio with Dr. Tony Mangabat, and don't forget the aspect of this whole equation that when this was all going to come to an end, when Gay Phone Operator was down to 225 and he was hot, buff, and gay,
right?
Dr. Tony was going to step in and do surgery to tighten all the loose skin that was going to be left over.
Free of charge.
So this was just the windfall of all windfalls that everybody out there who's ever been overweight wishes they could have had fallen into their lap. Well, Gay just pissed it away, and has talked himself into the fact that this guy is abusive or whatever else he wants to say now. He yelled at him, and Gay has now turned this into this guy has been torturing him. Is that what you want to say? Is that what you're going to tell us?
No,
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
No, because you believe what you want to believe.
All right, then tell us your side of it. You said you wanted to say your side. Let's hear your side.
Kate, this trainer was way too intense for me. Yes, he got results. You know what? Fine. You know what? Fuck all of you.
Whoa!
What the hell was that?
You did not that one.
What was that?
You should have dumped that one.
What did he say?
F-U-C-K-U
Oh,
all.
jeez.
Mo.
He said, I'm going to have fun with all of you. He's in a good mood.
But Scott, before I forget,
Did he
I wanna-
really say that? I did not hear that.
Oh yeah, I heard it.
Are you sure he said that? Play the tape back, please. No? Don't play the tape back.
No, don't play it back.
No, we don't have it on
Don't
tape.
play it back.
You're not sure?
I didn't really. He just screamed. I didn't know what he said, but I don't want to hear it back.
No, you don't want to hear it back. But I would have liked to hear his side of the story anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he comes on saying he wants to tell his side of the story, and he's afraid I'm not going to allow him to give his side of the story. I'm fine. Say
Well,
your
that's
side of the
because
story.
we started
And then
laughing when he said about the intensity.
Because
of
it's
the
ridiculous.
The trainers are
Guys.
supposed to be
What is
intense.
it supposed to be?
Okay, so
Guys.
call him back and let him say his side of the story. and-
Anyone that trains with the trainer, I have a trainer myself at the gym. When I'm being lazy and I'm not focused, that's his job.
Right.
Right,
We all
exactly.
know.
On
We all
point.
know that. We understand that.
Exactly, Tara, because you've done it. You
Yes,
know.
I have. Absolutely.
So, Gabe
And that's
just-
what you're paying for.
Right.
If you're paying,
If
which,
you're paying.
which last I
Right.
checked, everyone pretty much does, right?
Yes.
I mean, not everyone out there gets a free trainer
No.
to help them through the
the
workout.
food.
Or
Oh,
the food. I mean, that's the thing.
That's
too.
the hardest part of
That
the whole
is.
program, guys.
It is.
The food. And like Scott said earlier, and I thought when you guys were back in this whole thing and everybody was paying his way, I go there, I pay my way, okay? But I'm telling you, if Gabe didn't do it on his own, he would never learn how to keep it up. You know, if everyone gives it to you for nothing, you know, I mean, the real test comes in when you're doing it on your own. Like T always said, the first 40 pounds are easy. It's right. The first 40 pounds are easy.
The dude, this all came to a crashing halt in a matter of just a couple of days. All of the good that had happened for 30 days, Terry, with the weight loss and the great happy gay that was on every day over the past month, all came to a complete standstill. It just went into complete crash mode when Gay came on the air last Monday and said that he had cheated during the time that the trainer was away. The trainer called him up and yelled at him, which is what a trainer should do.
Yes.
If he's a true good trainer, Terry.
Yeah, this guy's really good.
What should he do? Oh, well, that's no big deal. No problem.
Cheat whenever.
Right. Why don't I go away next week so you can have more food?
Right.
Or why don't you pay for your own membership and then cheat whenever you want?
You can be involved like everybody else.
The guy did exactly what he should do.
Exactly.
He got on Gay's ass, so to speak.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
And he read him the riot act for cheating. That's not the way the program that he devised is laid out, Terry.
Right.
Well, Gay couldn't take being yelled at.
No.
So now the guy's an abuser.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
and look who's back on the line.
He's a gay phone operator. He's so gay. He's so phone operator.
Here we go.
And now,
Get the dump
here's
button
Gay.
ready.
A good morning.
Gay, did you say the F word in the last segment? Or what segment was that?
The same segment.
This
Same segment.
Did you say the F word?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Now, I would assume that after being on the air as long as you have, you know that that's not allowed.
Yeah, I know.
We have to rip up your lifetime contract to the show now.
Oh, I have a contract? Oh, I forgot.
That's right.
You haven't been getting the checks?
Yeah, maybe that would have been different. Yeah, I haven't been getting the check.
Why have you called back, Gay? You were pretty.
Because I'm pissed because you're laughing at me, and I still didn't get to say why I quit and what actually happened.
Well, for the record, I think we should play back the tape. I never laughed. It was Steven and Steven.
Oh, just me, huh?
Steven and Steven.
Well, you're the same guy. Steven and Hopscotch that were laughing at you when you... And Terry, I think, might have thrown in a little chuckle there when you said that the guy was a little too intense for you.
And all
See,
of
the
the
problem
listeners.
is no matter what I say and no matter what reason I give you, you're all going to say that I shouldn't have given up on this
All right, well,
opportunity.
I will make sure that Gay does not get laughed at when he makes his statement so he can hear his side of the story without interruption.
Okay, I'll leave.
All
I
right?
can't listen either.
Just turn off my mic.
Now, what caused you to tell the man who was giving you free gym services, free cooked meals 3 times a day, free massages, and a free better way of life to go to hell? What caused that?
After being called into a meeting for 2 hours with 3 people, making me feel like a piece of crap because they said that I disrespected them and I didn't honor the fact that these people are trying to help me.
Okay, I got to stop you right there. I got to stop him right there, Terry. Because he says it was because of that meeting that he had.
Okay, no, you didn't know. You
He
didn't let me
called the
finish.
station, was blubbering on the phone
before
to
the
me,
meeting,
saying he was going to quit before the meeting, Terry.
Because he had already yelled at me that morning when I was honest with him and
now it's
told
the
him what
phone
happened.
call yelling. I thought it was the 2-hour meeting that you had.
When I talked to him the morning that he got back from vacation,
Right.
I told him that I had had a bad week and that I had eaten poorly. He told me to not go to the chiropractor that day, and he told me to come to the gym. I knew he was going to yell at me. He was already mad at me. I called him, and I said, I want to talk to you before I come to the gym. And he said, no, I don't have time.
And Gay had already decided right there he was quitting.
No, I hadn't.
Yeah, that's...
No, I hadn't. I
Steven
still
talked
went.
to you on the phone that morning. I talked to you on the phone that morning. You called up in hysterics. You called up that morning after the show was over. Do you remember Steven a week ago?
Oh, yeah.
And he had already decided at that moment he was quitting before he even got yelled at, Terry.
It was a good way out. It was
Because I
made
knew
sense to
what
him.
he was going to be doing.
So what?
It isn't so what, Steven?
It is
the
so
point
what,
is, these
actually.
people felt like
Do you
they
not care
owned
about
me.
your weight and
These
all of that kind of
people
stuff?
felt like they owned me.
They
told
did.
me what I couldn't say when I came on the air. They didn't want me to be negative. They wanted me to be positive.
They wanted you to be positive.
Wow, that's too much to ask, Terry. When you're asking someone...
Let me be negative, please.
You could be negative on Sunday, on bad day.
Right. He's got this desire to be negative. Oh, you
So
can't take that
you
away from
saying
me.
something positive about what you deserve in your life is a bad
You know what? If they were throwing him the life raft that they were throwing him, Terry, and they had a couple of things that they hoped to get out of him with all they were giving him.
Sure.
I don't think that's too much to ask, all right? As I said, I don't even know who this guy is. I've heard of the gym. I've actually been in the Auburn Supermall and seen the gym.
Right.
I thought it was a very unique place to put a gym. There's no doubt about it. I was very intrigued by the little gym in the mall kind of theory.
Right.
The little situation there. But aside from that, I don't know this guy. I don't care about this guy, really. I was very thankful, though. I became interested and started caring about the situation when I heard what a great thing he was doing for Gay. Gay pissed it away. That's it! End of story! And now he's trying to tell us that he had no choice.
Well, because they wanted to own him and they were trying to be
But when you accept
positive.
free stuff, you have some sort of an obligation.
Yeah,
That's
there
how
is.
it works.
I understand that obligation.
With all they were giving you, Gay, with all they were giving you, you should have been on your knees, thanking them day after day, so to speak, thanking them. Your lucky star should have been counted on a daily basis, Gay.
But you know what? I was tired of being controlled. I knew that I could do it. I told them that they were too intense, and I had other trainers in that gym that called me and said, "We're willing to work with you. We know you got pulled into that meeting, and we know how they treat people, and it was wrong."
This is
I
typical.
told them that I didn't feel comfortable coming back and working with other people without the owners of the gym knowing.
Right.
They went to Brad, who is the other owner of the gym. Brad said it was okay for me to come back and work with the other trainers.
And why didn't you?
Because Ron called me Friday morning and left a message saying I disrespected him by going behind his back and asking other trainers to train me. I never went to the other trainers. They contacted me.
And what did you say when you told them that?
I haven't called him back because he said he was pissed. He said that I disrespected him and that I needed to call him and talk to him about this.
Why not clear the air?
Why do I want to talk to the man that's twisting everything that gets said?
Right.
No, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to go back to the gym. He's now telling employees that I'm perverted and that I have other issues other than weight.
Well,
Okay, first of all, 400 pounds.
You do.
Yeah, I've got issues.
Do you think he's wrong that you don't have any other issues aside from weight?
No, I know I have other issues, but you know what? They knew what they were
So in other
getting
words, he's
into
telling
when
people the
they-
truth.
When they came to me.
Right.
They said they had heard me on the air. They knew who I was. They knew what issues I had. They knew that I was cynical. They knew that I was sarcastic. All of that.
And they still took you in.
And if they didn't expect to get that from
They didn't
me
know
while
what they
I
were
was there,
getting.
that's their own fault.
They didn't realize
This man
what they were.
says he knows
The
what
bottom
he's
line
doing.
is they didn't know what they were getting
this
when they
man
were
says
getting
he
Gay
knows
phone
what he's
operator,
doing.
Terry. He is warped. He is beyond help. End of story.
If you cared, you'd be there. You would have been
I
there
went to the
yesterday.
doctor, and they told me I could start a workout program if I started slow.
Why didn't you tell him the truth that you're warped beyond help and are not interested in bettering your life? You are more happy as a miserable person.
No, this guy says I'm perverted, but he's the one that would have bodybuilders come over and pose in front of me.
Well, he's trying to
make
motivate
me
you. I mean,
embarrassed
it's not-
while I'm working out to get my mind off of
And by
it.
the way, you
He's
sit
the one
topless
talking
on a
about licking
webcam, so
his
you're a bit
girlfriend's
perverted.
ass, and then I'm the one that said I'm perverted.
And he always says, well, you're supposed to start slow. You know, I'm really heavy. You're walking on a treadmill. How much slower can you do?
You know what, Scott? Go to a doctor and ask them if
Oh, I'm
what
not
I was
asking
doing
you.
was
What-
right
what's
for
a
somebody
slow
my
workout?
size.
Tell us a slow workout. What would you have preferred?
You're supposed to crawl before you walk.
That's what I'm wondering.
Exactly.
so crawling
Doing
on
an
the
hour on a
treadmill.
treadmill and 200 squats and 200 push-ups.
Oh, you're not
And
doing
crunches?
200.
Yes, I was. He had me do 4 sets of 50, Terry.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know, man. I
That's
couldn't
the
do
thing.
that.
You guys don't realize what I was actually doing there and how hard it was. I finally had a little breakdown one Saturday, and he backed off. He realized he was pushing me too hard. But then when I said, you know what, I can't do this. It's too intense. And when you come back at me and you put me down and you make me feel like crap, that doesn't motivate me. That makes me want to quit even more.
But people have tried to be positive with you, and that doesn't motivate you either. What motivates you?
Nothing. Because he doesn't want any help, Terry.
doesn't want it,
He
yeah.
doesn't
Again,
want it.
you're
He'll
always
never
gonna come
want
back
it.
at me and
You should.
say, I'm the bad guy.
You
in this.
said you
And
told
I'm
them the
not.
truth from the beginning, that you're cynical and you're all this other stuff. You should have told them that you are beyond help. That would have been the best thing you could have told them, that it's not something you're interested in, because it's not. For whatever reason, Terry, This
You're gonna
man
make
is
me look as bad
warped.
as you can, no matter what.
You
So
don't
it doesn't
need
even
to look. You don't need me to make you look
No,
bad,
not at
Gay.
all.
You don't need my assistance in making you look bad. Trust me.
Okay, fine.
Okay? You
Yeah,
have
I
looked bad in
squandered
this
away a
all
really
by
good
yourself.
opportunity.
Absolutely
I should
did.
have allowed
Not
them to
only
let
did you
them
squander yourself a good opportunity, you have squandered the last opportunity, from what I see, Terry, in an effort to save this man's life, or at least extend it beyond what is looking like is going to come to a very premature end.
Right.
Like, although no one can count on how many days they have, Terry, but there is certainly a case to be made that Gay's existence is in extreme jeopardy, Terry. And this man was trying to make an effort to extend not only a hand of graciousness and assistance, Terry, but doing things that I guarantee you 99.999% of the gym owners out there would not even be interested in doing.
no.
And taking,
You're right. They wouldn't
and
even
taking
touch it with
a man, let's be honest, that is terribly obese, taking that and making it like a highlight in his gym. And Gay never sees that aspect of it. And all the things he was doing for him, Gay wants to now pretend never existed as anything positive. He wants to now only justify why he's decided that it's not something that's of interest to him anymore. It makes no sense to me. He's rationalized this, he's justified it, and that probably has been a pattern in his life, Terry, that will continue for however long it lasts.
He couldn't take the alleged pressure.
Protect people. Have a good day.
Protecting a non-sponsor, right? I mean, what's he talking about?
Why do I have to protect this guy? As I told you, I've never met this man. I don't know who he is.
Right.
Don't care about him. Okay? I don't care about people. Well, I mean, how can I care about someone I haven't met?
Right.
I have a general care for all the human race, of course.
Oh.
But I don't know this guy.
Right.
He doesn't pay me any money. Doesn't pay this station any money. Was just doing a nice thing for Gay, and I was very thankful for that.
And you were supportive of that, yep.
But Gay doesn't want any nice things, Terry. Not only that, but eventually he'll crap on the people that are nice to him. That's what he's done. I can only imagine what this guy is feeling right now. Why did I even bother? How has this made me look now? I was trying to do something nice, and look where it got me.
Yes.
I just got crapped on by the guy who I was probably doing the nicest thing I've done in years. The guy I finally decided to...
Now the guy knows how the stairwell feels.
Well, and now that he's eating fast food again, that's not good.
Yeah.
I'm too Vegas tired for this, Terry.
Okay.
I
Gotcha.
don't have time to think this through.
I know.
Leave me alone. Yeah. Dumpy's on the line.
Oh, jeez. He wants to weigh in.
All right, we'll get his 2 cents after these words.
The T-Man. And now, representing butt rockers worldwide, carrying sod from Tacoma to Everett and every city in between, president of the Blue Collar Workers, even though he wears a tank top, here's Dump Truck Guy.
What do you think when he get here, Terry?
Oh, boy.
That pathetic fudge packer.
Something like that.
Dumpy!
Uh-oh.
Dumpy!
Stupid ass,
Oh, jeez.
faggot ass,
Okay, easy
red-headed
now.
bastard.
Wow. Red-headed
How dumb
bastard.
can you be? I can't freaking believe it, man. How dumb, stupid ass can you be?
Well, you got to realize
Unbelievable.
you're not dealing with a normal person here. You're dealing with
Bill
a...
Gates could give that bastard $5 million and he'd bitch about it and F that up, too.
It's truth, Terry.
Yeah,
He'd find some way to spin it in his warped mind. It's amazing how people with the least in this world, at least the ones I've come across lately, Terry.
Come across.
Wow. Live.
Just give me a Coke.
They tend to be more ungrateful when you give them stuff than people who have stuff.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like Schwager gets ungrateful at times. Gay gets ungrateful when a guy's trying to save his frickin' life.
And how many billions of people out there would just jump on that opportunity and actually utilize it and make it work?
Well, Gay knows that there are so many other gym owners out there that are standing in line to give him the same offer.
Right.
Yeah, they want to see his red butthole in the freaking front window of the place.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
They can put that thing in the bathroom so people can wipe their butt with it.
Oh, great.
I think about it. The words he used when I first asked him what was the problem is he says, well, the trainer was just way too intense. How much like a jackass did he sound when he said the trainer was just way too intense? And
so what does a trainer do? He pushes you.
Yes,
right.
That's his purpose.
That's his job. And I've
He's
never.
not there to lick his freaking red nut.
Okay.
They're always red, aren't they? I'm
Right.
sorry for Gay. He's got some kind of issue.
I have never heard of a trainer until this situation, Terry. I've never heard of a trainer ever in the history of this world cooking the meals.
Right. Oh, I know.
It's almost laughable.
I mean,
How
that
much
just
more
doesn't
could the
happen.
guy have done?
And that was
There's nothing else he could have done.
that was the key to Gay losing 50 pounds
Right.
in the 1 month, Terry. It wasn't necessarily that he was walking on the treadmill
Right,
for an
it was
hour at a shot.
meals.
And the push-ups. And the push-ups, by the way, were on his knees, okay? It wasn't
Yes.
push-ups like, I don't want you to think that he was doing regular push-ups.
Okay,
like on a rubber ball,
but
wasn't it?
granted,
Well, the squats were on a rubber ball.
Oh, I see.
and that bounces your booty up.
And so is his social life. But I just have never heard of anyone being willing to do the things that this man was doing in an effort to try to save Gay's life and get him to a point where he could have actual quality of life, Terry. And even if that person was Hitler, all right?
Whoa.
The fact that he's cooking your meals and offering you his gym for free, and he's giving you free massages.
God, no joke.
Well, he's not giving.
Unbelievable.
He wasn't giving them the massages, but he was giving them to a trained masseuse to rub out his
kinks.
his kinks in the gay armor, Terry, in a sciatic nerve.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, Dr. Tony was going to step in and tighten up all his loose skin for free.
Yes.
And Gay pisses it away.
And on top of that, he has a freaking bed with you. That he can go freaking Vegas with Gay Chris or whatever that guy's name is.
Well, I guess, Gay, there's no reason to delay the inevitable, Terry. There's no reason to wait to December. Why don't we just later this week schedule the bought prostitute sex situation that we have on the line where he has to eat cake while having intercourse with that woman? Why don't we just set it up for Friday?
Well, but
You don't think
but
he can
wait,
go to
could-
700?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He could still win the bet by going to 700.
That's true. I forgot about that aspect of the bet, Terry. That'd probably be the easiest way for him to win the bet, no doubt about it, because I don't see what the next move is now for Gay Phone Operator. If you can't lose, if you can't find a way to keep the situation going where the meals are being cooked and the gym is free, and you can't lose
There's no
the
hope,
weight you
man.
need to lose, where's the hope?
There's nothing.
What is this next move now?
Nothing.
Well, obviously we know not to be positive about it, so.
Why don't you walk into your gym today?
Welcome to the real world, Gay. Now nothing's for free. You got to buy everything, so you're going to get nowhere.
All right, well, let's see if Gay wants to comment on the perspective of dump truck guy, Terry.
Okay.
Gay was calling in. He was all intense earlier, but now he's not phoning us. So maybe it's all starting to set in, and he's going to go back and grovel. Because you know what? If he goes back and he grovels, I still think there's hope that he can get back in the
Good graces?
good graces,
Sure,
Terry.
of
no
course.
question.
And that's what he has to do.
Yes. Yes.
Ain't going to happen. He burned his bridge, now it's just ashes.
And
Don't
while
take him
he's
back.
at it, why doesn't he say sorry to Pappy, who obviously has gotten the wrong end of the deal, too, in this equation between him and Gay Phone Operator Terry?
Might be
I think
too
that's the only thing that's going to change his life, man. He got to make up with his dad, and then everything will turn around. There's always that last step, man. Everybody's bent over backward. Everybody's giving him everything for free.
Okay. Well,
Everything, man.
Dumpy,
Unbelievable.
he's not listening to us this morning, so maybe, of course, he loves to listen to you. Maybe he'll listen to you, all right? Let's give him a try.
I'll say you just don't
That could
understand.
happen.
Let's do it, Dan.
I'd like someone to walk in their gym today and ask the owner if he'll cook their meals for him.
Yeah.
See what kind of response you get.
I'll answer the phone. Oh, for Christ's sake.
New song, though.
Oh, yeah. With a new remix there, huh?
Whatever happened just to ring?
your message after the tone.
Oh.
All right, he's not responding to any comments from you, dump truck guy.
He's, like I said, man, he's just dumb, he's lazy, he's fat, he's worthless. Well, just end it, man.
All right,
If you ain't
well,
going to change it, end it.
We're ending it
Everybody
'cause-
out there's listening, because if you plan on giving the fat faggot anything else
Oh, geez.
free, man.
we don't have to talk about it anymore. That's one of the best things about it, maybe, Terry, because you know what?
Unbelievable.
I was getting tired of it, so now that's the silver lining here.
It's a done deal.
We don't have to talk about it anymore.
Right.
It's over.
All right.
It's done with. No conversations needed to be have anymore about it. We can move on with the program.
Okay.
Of course, there are about 73 callers that want to give their perspective on this.
Not yet.
Yeah, not
Later
quite
we'll move
done.
Should I take any of these callers or go to your stories? What would you like me to do, Terry? I'll let the call be yours.
Oh, geez.
Is there anybody on his side?
Why don't we go to some calls?
Oh, jeez. I mean, you have no stories this morning?
No, I have stories, but, you know.
You want to hear what they have to say?
Sure, why not?
You're on the air.
Hello?
Yep.
T-Man.
You.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, I'd like to make a donation to the Gay Foundation.
All right.
I'd like to give that fat bastard a loaded gun.
Oh, gee, that's nice. Okay, maybe
maybe
stories are the way to go, Terry.
Let's go with stories today,
I thought
shall
he was
we?
on his side there for a minute.
I don't think you're going to find anyone on the side here.
I don't see how you could.
How can you?
No, it's tough.
He was just too intense.
That's all he comes up with.
He didn't want to be owned anymore, man.
Yeah, he got yelled at, and he felt like he was owned.
Right.
You know what? They're cooking my meals. I'm 400 pounds, Terry. They're cooking my meals. They're giving me the gym for free. They're giving me free massages, working out my sciatic nerve. You know what? Own me.
Yep.
Own me, own me, own me.
That's right. You can get me down to 225.
Right.
Boy, I'm your bitch for life.
Well, there you go. Own me.
Jeez.
But he doesn't get it. He thinks you're the bastard now, probably.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's supposedly because you're twisting everything.
This man needed some serious psychological help a long time ago, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, because it takes one to know one. And he didn't get it, Terry. And he's beyond repair now.
Yes.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Psychologically, it's a situation beyond repair. And he does believe in his mind. He truly believes that everyone's wrong and he's right.
Mm-hmm.
He believes that he did the right thing. And he'll probably believe that for a long time.
Yep.
That's the way his mind is wired now. We don't get it. He does. We're wrong. He's right. And nothing we can say is going to change his mind on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be gay.
Yeah.
Some people are only happy when they're sad. He's one of them.
You think that's it?
That's it. He doesn't know how to be happy or be any other way but miserable.
He started realizing that if I keep doing this, I may start to get really happy.
Right.
Doesn't want it.
What do I have to complain about? Nothing.
You're on the air.
Good morning, T-Man.
Yes.
This is G.
How are you, sir?
Man, I'm telling you, how can Christopher, excuse me, the gay phone operator, ex-Microsoft employee,
right,
former Quest failure.
Wow.
Whoa.
Got his whole resume on file.
He does.
I mean, I could do his resume. I sat here to listen to this pathetic piece of whale blubber.
Okay.
Wow.
And he's going to sit here and complain. You have done everything. And why would he even go through it?
Honestly, we didn't even do anything here. This all fell into our lap. It's not like we orchestrated this. It's not like I put it all together. I didn't do anything. This guy heard Gay on the air one morning, like at the end of his rope.
Right.
And he decided with Dr. Tony, they know each other, to work out this whole plan for Gay. It was a long, structured plan that was obviously well detailed and was working tremendously well. And Gay phone operator, now they realize what they were dealing with.
Well, he wants to focus attention on everybody else. And when is he ever going to look? And Chris, I mean, I'm going to tell you straight up, dude. You need to pay attention and look at yourself. When you look in the mirror, see where you can find that right. I'm not Dr. Phil, but I'm going to tell you, you need to look in the mirror first. Because Rob was genuinely, T-Man. I'm sorry, sir. I'll never do that again.
I like that we're on a first-name basis, too.
Okay, so
I think Dr. G sounds good, by the way.
Yes.
But, you got to look in the mirror because they were doing everything to help you, and you want to focus it on
honestly,
the trainer.
we didn't do anything, dude.
The trainer is the one.
It was these people.
Yeah.
He wanted to focus all the blame on everybody else but himself. And he's got to step up to the plate and say, I made a mistake.
Well, he's not going to do that.
No.
That's not going to happen.
Never.
He stepped up to the wrong plate.
Yeah.
The one with full of pasta.
He's stepping up to the plate right now, but it's not to say I'm sorry.
Right.
Meatballs
right.
on it.
He hit a home run on that one.
Unless I'm sorry translates to...
Oh, boy.
Now, Terry, I'm genuinely worried for this man. Well, because I don't see your next move.
No, I agree.
And when you can't see your next move, I'm really getting worried.
Right.
Now,
because we really don't want anything terrible to happen to him because we do care. But, what do you do?
And then they're going to spin this to me being the bad guy. I don't know what to do now. I'm out.
All right.
And if that means that there has to be an end to the relationship between him as a caller to the show, I don't know what to tell you. But he sees me now as part of the bad guy. Like, what did I do? Because I'm not taking his side. I'm supposed to go off on this guy. I'm not going to go off on a guy who was throwing you the life raft, the only one left. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
I mean, you've actually made a bet with him hoping he would lose weight twice.
Yeah. First it was money. And
I mean, really.
And I make those bets to try to make for a little incentive for him because I thought that would be what it would take to get him to where he needs to get, Terry.
Right.
I was looking forward to paying off those bets, hoping that he would win.
Yes.
To be honest.
I know.
That's how good a guy I am. You believe that crap?
I understand that. Yes.
It didn't work.
And not even the money motivated him. Wow.
I offered him $30,000.
You did.
Nah. Have a feeling it'll be somebody's birthday today at the old bakery. If you know what I mean. I need to order a cake for Roger. He's
Make it a double-decker.
Roger's 40 again, huh?
Yes.
We knew you'd be back, sir. We knew you'd be back.
The T-Man.
Collison hauls down the rebound, keeping Nestorvich at bay. Collison wheels it outside to Ray. Ray streaks to the glass. Oh, he packs it! He packs it with the left hand! He got on the magic carpet and threw down with the left hand! Now we've seen it all!
Okay, are you geeked up for Game 5 at 6:30 tonight?
Up.
Are you geeked up?
So geeked. Woo, go Sonics!
Well, we certainly have made a series out of this, haven't we, Terry?
Yeah.
The Sonics looking like they were left for dead after leaving San Antonio, came back, were underdogs in both games at the Key Arena. The other day, I was in Vegas, as you know, Terry, watching this in the sports book, and they were 8-point underdogs.
That's crazy.
And they blew the Spurs out of the gym.
Yeah.
And best chance for us tonight, I'll tell you right now, is if you turn on your TV set at 6:30 and you see Rashard Lewis in street clothes, Terry. That's our best chance of winning tonight.
Yeah, what's up with that? I was like, wow.
It's helped. I'll tell you, I'll be very honest with you. We don't need his runway model-looking body on the court there. Who can't bang like you have to bang in the playoffs in order to be effective. Now, Rashard Lewis, I told you this the other day when Radmanovich got hurt. He also is too girly to be playing in these kind of playoffs. In the regular season, when you're running up and down the floor, it's all transition, it's all fast break basketball, and no one really makes defense a premium. That's where players like Radmanovich and Rashard Lewis excel. They're not playoff basketball caliber players.
Well, you got to bang around.
I told Hotshot it will be addition by subtraction when Radmanovich got hurt. It's been just that, Terry. And we don't need his China doll-looking glass ass on the court tonight to play in Game 5 in San Antonio, Terry, where playoff basketball becomes a half-court game.
Sure.
You got to be willing to bang. You got to be willing to take it to the rack in a half-court set. And those kind of players will be the ones who assist you in doing what needs to be done to win playoff basketball games.
Right.
That's why the Sonics blew them out of the gym the other night. Because of players that aren't afraid to get physical.
Yeah, there was a lot of that going around.
Reggie Evans, not afraid, not the most gifted athlete in the world, Terry.
Okay.
But certainly not afraid to get physical.
Yeah.
He's an intangible that the Spurs did not count on as being someone they had to deal with, Terry. Nick Collision, I like to call him, Terry.
Nick Collision?
Yes. Nick Collision. Are you familiar with him on the Sonics, Terry?
Yes.
He not afraid to get physical in the paint.
All right.
Rashard Lewis? I'm sorry, what's paint? What's that now?
You want me to do what? Touch elbows?
Now shoot a three.
Probably a nice enough guy, Terry, and very effective in the regular season, and certainly a major factor in getting them to where they are now.
Right.
But street clothes would be fine tonight, Rashard. And if you're planning on wearing any other clothes, well, someone's got to take a hammer to that toe of yours.
No, it's still broken, I swear.
If I have to do it, Terry, I'll do it.
Else then we see you sneaking down.
Pasty, you geeked up for playoff basketball tonight? You're going to go to that Star Wars thing?
I'm very geeked up for Star Wars.
Oh,
actually.
jeez.
So
you're not going to watch Game 5?
Well, no.
Because there's a conflict, Terry. We have the big pre-screening for Star Wars tonight.
Right.
And Pasty, you're not going to watch Game 5.
I'm a Sonic fan, and I'm disappointed, but this is the biggest thing. I mean, nothing stands in front of Star Wars for today. This is it.
What if it was the NBA Finals?
I'd have to say it's still Star Wars today.
Whoa. Sissy in a bikini.
Star Wars for sure.
Oh, Sissy Sisterson, no.
Oh, really?
I've seen that.
That's true, I guess. Every vacation they go on.
Well, since we are on the subject, for someone who so desperately wants to go to Star Wars that they're willing to miss Game 5, Sonics, Spurs, where the Sonics are now 11-point underdogs, Terry.
Wow.
And I still think that there's a very small chance the Sonics are going to win this series. I don't think that all of a sudden now the Sonics are going to take the next 2 out of 3 games when 2 out of 3 of those games are in San Antonio.
Right.
But you know what? They have certainly done the job in making sure everyone realized that what they did in the regular season was no fluke.
Sure.
That the Sonics were for real all year long. And even if they lose this series, it's been a fun run, Terry.
Thanks for making it a series.
And it's not out of the question that they can pull it off. Not likely. Not out of the question.
Gotcha.
First caller, how do you want to do it? Simple like that?
Yeah.
37th caller.
All right, take the 37th caller there. All right?
God, nice number.
Okay. All right, the fourth for one. Ray Allen, but they have to guess whose jersey it is if they're a Star Wars person.
In the meantime, Terry,
yeah.
There are other things going on in the world last I checked.
Yeah, there are.
What else is happening, please?
Well, this according to ABC News. A woman is being sued for injuring a man's penis during sex.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm. She apparently...
She's being sued by the man.
Yes, she is.
Not by the state.
No, by the man.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently she...
Or not by his new girlfriend?
No, by the man.
That'd be kind of cool.
By the new girlfriend?
Yes.
No.
By the man. The man is
suing... The man himself is suing this lady.
The man... The good bit.
Yeah, pretty much. Very cool.
Kind of cool to sue your current girlfriend, make a fortune...
And still stay with her?
And be pretty much back where you started. Anyhow.
Yeah. Apparently she changed positions so violently and without warning that the man's sex organ has been damaged beyond repair.
Beyond repair.
Beyond repair.
Wow. All right, let me see if I heard you right. His penis was injured because of a violent and sudden position change of a sexual variety.
Correct.
Does it say what the position change was, Terry? Because, I mean, I would think that if it's possible for a man's penis to be injured beyond repair, that it would have happened before 2005 or whenever this happened, Terry. Mm-hmm. Sometime during the course of the history of this planet, and we've been having sex for a little bit of time, right?
Yeah.
During the course of the history of this planet?
Yeah, last I checked.
It started in like 1977, right? Okay, so it's been a number of years now that sex has been around.
Right,
okay?
Correct.
You would think that she's not the first person to change so violently and so suddenly that a man's penis was injured beyond repair. If it was capable of happening that a penis was injured beyond repair, Terry, it would have happened already.
Well...
All right?
I'm just telling you what the story's reporting.
Now, I'm asking you, that's why I'm wondering, does it say what the position change was? Was it from the monkey bars to the trampoline? What was the position change? That is a high-intensity maneuver.
I understand
But if you stick the landing, it's a 10.
If you stick the landing, and even if you don't stick the landing, it's been tried before, and it's never injured a penis beyond repair. Now, I've talked about this, Terry. I've had my penis dislocated during sex.
Yes.
It tends to go back into its penis socket eventually.
Right.
I mean, it does take a team of construction workers, but still. It eventually will snap back in. So I don't see how this man's penis was injured beyond... He says it's not even usable anymore?
Yeah, that he can't...
He has a non-functioning penis situation.
Yep.
Does it say what he's asking for, Terry? What's the going rate on a...
It does not disclose any information.
No going rate on a broken penis?
No going rate. And it doesn't say what position from one to the other either.
I've had my ego bruised beyond repair by women. But the penis, Stephen, what's the going rate on a broken penis?
This guy was going to say about $12.
$12? That's nice.
But all the emotional damage, I mean, that's worth thousands and thousands, I'm sure.
This is just, I believe, and maybe I'm going out on a limb here, another frivolous lawsuit, ladies and gentlemen. Because with all those fat girls out there having sex, Terry, over the years, especially more today than ever.
I hate when they have sex.
Right. If a man's penis hasn't been injured beyond repair...
When they change position?
Up till now. If it hasn't happened up till now, Terry, it's not all of a sudden happening to some guy in Arkansas, okay? Now, where this happened? Where are you getting the story from?
I told you I got it from ABC News, but it happened in Boston.
ABC News is reporting that a Beantown penis has been broken?
Yes.
Peter Jennings all over it.
Peter.
And this guy is now going to hit the witness stand and explain his side of the story, this Boston guy.
Yep.
Well, she packed the ass right here. Giving visual aids. I don't see what this guy is trying to accomplish.
Well.
Let me see the story, please.
Well, if it was consensual, then I don't think anything could happen, right?
Well, if he can maybe establish that A, the penis is broken beyond repair, as he says, and B, it was a result of her frivolous and violent maneuver that, as he describes, was completely unexpected, because you're supposed to use those bicycle hand signals, Terry. My wife does that all the time when she's about to make a violent maneuver.
Right.
She puts the arm up for the left turn, the arm down for the right, the way you're supposed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let your partner know what's about to happen.
Now, when does she use the middle finger?
Oh, wow.
That's my job.
Okay.
Unless there's something you want to share.
Get off the road! Learn how to drive.
Yes. They were engaged at one point, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
According to the man, this story says by ABC News, his girlfriend suddenly changed positions and landed awkwardly on his manhood. And it says here it's fractured. Now, I've always wondered, Terry, I mean, the term was or still is a boner, but last I checked, there's no bone in there, right? It's all muscle and muscly tissue kind of structure situation,
maybe,
right? Cartilage. And
like it's still be fractured, though, I think.
It can be?
I think so.
You ever see a dick in a sling?
I think it's one of those things that just recovers naturally.
Is that right?
Jeez.
That's great.
Sign your cast.
Yes. He's claiming that she was negligent during their relations, and the lawsuit is still being heard. Justice Joseph Traynor is the man overseeing this case. Whatever district he's in, I'm hoping he's getting a lot of letters pressuring him to make sure the ruling is going in the right direction, Terry.
Okay.
Man's penis is his church in some sense, Terry.
Sure it is.
Can't be violated like this.
Well, you know.
By some woman who just, with negligible little...
Twist and turn?
Mm-hmm. It's a damn shame.
Well, maybe if he would have pleased her more properly, she wouldn't have had to turn so violently.
That's true.
And this
maybe
is why...
So.
You're telling us, Stephen, this is why your penis has never been fractured?
He's the king pleaser.
Right?
Whoa.
But you wait till Fractures Friday. I'll show you Fracture.
Oh, man.
Are you the king of all pleasers, Stephen?
I would think so. Sure.
Wow.
Wow.
Goodness.
I just can't imagine. And I guess this guy has no way to lie about a fractured penis, Terry, if there is such a thing. If it's fractured, it's fractured. I just have never...
Well, it brings the x-rays up and says, okay, see, it used to go like this, and now it's like
But
that.
is this something that you've heard of? Have you heard of a penis being fractured during violent sex?
I myself have not. I don't know.
I would like to think that I've had some violent sex, but now do I have to rethink my evaluation of what violent sex is because I've never had my penis fractured?
I don't think you want it fractured.
Thank you, but still.
Well, I can imagine her, changing so violently that it,
If it's capable of happening that you could have your penis fractured by violent sex and mine has never been, I almost feel like
you're missing something.
I'm not getting it done.
It's not violent enough, honey. You're not fracturing my stuff.
We gotta add on to it. Listen to this email. I heard gay phone operator saying that he did 200 squats in the gym. I work in that gym also. His squats consist of nothing but him bouncing his ass on one of those huge rubber balls in the gym. I mean, he'd like you to think he's got 400-pound plates on each side, Terry.
Right. Well, and when most people say squats, that's exactly what you're thinking.
And that's why you made that face when you heard squats.
Like, 200
but
what?
all it is him just lowering and bouncing his ass on the ball, says this emailer. Mm-hmm. And then he goes on to describe even further. One person would hold his hands, and the other would hold the ball from bouncing all over the place.
There's 3 people.
He would then bend at the knees until his butt hit the ball and would bounce back up. And by the way, his push-ups consisted of him at a 45-degree angle, also using the rubber ball to help bounce him back up. This is nothing at all exerting or hard.
But when you're 400 pounds, I bet it is.
Well, that's what he would say, is that he's got to push up his own body weight.
But his workouts consisted of an hour walking on the treadmill.
Right.
And bouncing on the ball, Terry.
Yes, I understand.
And his biggest claim for why he needed to get himself out of this situation is he was being worked too hard.
Yes.
Doesn't sound like basic training to me, Terry.
Right.
All right? Doesn't sound like he was drafted.
Right.
And he needed to go AWOL.
Yeah, it's not like he's running.
You climb that wall right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Run through the tires!
You're walking on a treadmill.
It's your incline at 3.
Not just walking on the treadmill, but knowing that he is a guy who may lose interest, walking on the treadmill with entertainment around him.
Oh, man.
Yeah. They can put on a whole show.
I know.
This week we're doing Rent.
Oh, jeez.
Don't know what he's thinking, man. We just don't understand how he thinks.
That's right. We're not him.
But he's no longer working with that trainer, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not going to talk about it anymore, I promise. What else is going on, Terry? I just got this email. I had to read it, though, Terry.
Okay.
I just had to make sure we clarify, because it sounded a little bizarre to me.
Right.
About him being forced to do 200 push-ups. I'm thinking, I mean, how does he get to number 2?
Right.
Oh.
They wouldn't let him leave, was, I guess, the way he put it, until he did his 200 push-ups. Well, pretty much the push-ups take care of themselves when you're bouncing on the ball.
Yeah, I would say so.
By the way, after like 20 years of overeating and becoming 400 pounds, your penance is you're going to have to work hard to get it off.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe harder than the average person because you're extra heavy. Jeez.
What else is happening?
According to a new study,
Are we up to the 37th caller? Or you already got the winner?
Oh, jeez.
You're on 37. All right, here we go. You're on the air. Hello.
Did you guys give away the Star Wars tickets yet?
But Star Wars. What's that now?
Did you guys give away Star Wars tickets yet?
No.
No?
No. But you'd rather watch Game 5 of the Sonic game tonight, wouldn't you?
No. There's another game after that.
Yeah, why do I have a sense that he's not going to be watching that one either? What is your name, sir?
Sergio.
Sergio.
Oh, Sergio.
Last name Valente. Oh, dear. And you would like... 85 reference, no one got it. Anyway, I knew you would, Terry.
Right.
I should appreciate that one. You want to go to the Star Wars premiere tonight, is that right?
Yep.
Why is it so important to you, Sergio? Why can't you wait? All you're getting out of these passes is A, you're saving, I guess, a few bucks, and B, you get to see it, 24, 48 hours before everyone else. Is that big a deal, Sergio?
Yes.
Tell me why.
I don't know.
All right, well, then you have to sing the theme. Go ahead. Sing the theme song, Sergio.
You know there's words.
Go ahead.
There's no words.
You're wrong. Nothing but Star Wars.
Absolutely there's words.
It takes me away.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Sergio.
Would you be bringing a girl, Sergio, to the big premiere?
Yep.
Oh, is that right?
My fiance.
Your fiance?
Yeah.
Is your
Sergio's engaged to be married, Terry.
Congrats.
When's the big day set for, Serge? I figure I can call him Serge since she does, Terry.
Sure.
And make sure this woman doesn't damage your penis beyond repair there, Sergio. Yeah, he has no comment.
I know.
She's never seen my penis.
Mm-hmm. And nothing but Star Wars. It takes me away.
There you go.
Sergio.
Yes.
Did you say when the date was set?
Man, I think it's October 22nd or the 23rd. I'm not
Sergio,
sure.
this is not like a family reunion picnic, okay? You should know when your wedding date is set for, don't you think?
I should, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
I don't know. She takes care of everything. Not
But
me.
she doesn't communicate with you and say, hey, look, honey, set this date aside.
All the time. I just don't listen.
Oh, so you're looking forward to the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't buy this,
No.
Terry. I mean, maybe you get a little mindless as to when your dentist appointment is, but
Sure.
as far as your wedding date, even if she's
always-
taking care of all the details,
Yes.
you damn well know
Yep.
what day you're dreading coming up down the pike. That's D-Day, all right?
Yeah, you do.
No matter what your emotion is, and there are a lot of emotions when it comes to wedding, no matter what they are, you know when that date is, Sergio. So either you're lying to us...
It's one of those days, man. It's the 22nd.
You
or
want us to
23rd.
believe that your fiance has set a date, and you don't know what it is?
Yes. I think it's the 23rd. No, it's the 22nd. It is.
Old crab, Star Wars, jackass of the day.
Wow.
Sergio, well, there's only one way you're going to be able to get these passes now, and that means we have to call your fiance and, first of all, explain to her that you're not aware of when you're due to be married. And that will confirm to us that you actually have this supposed fiance and you actually have a wedding day with this woman. So we'll take her number down now and we'll phone her, all right?
Hey, that's cool with me.
Okay, hang on the line. That was a quick answer.
He's trying
eliminating the overwhelming possibility that Sergio's lying here.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to be a cool Star Wars guy. Oh, I'm the one with the girlfriend.
Right?
No, not just girlfriend.
Fiance,
She's going to marry me.
Right. I wonder if they're having a Star Wars themed wedding.
Not only that, T-Man, but she needs to claim me for life.
Yeah, I'm the prize.
She's making sure that all women out there know that she's got dibs on me for the rest of time. That's how big time I am, T-Man.
Yeah. Exchanging lightsabers.
Oh, jeez. Sergio.
Yes.
Are you prepared to call this fiancée of yours, and you're prepared to tell her that you're not aware of the day you're getting married to her?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's give her a call.
I'm sure she'll be happy.
She'd probably rather watch the Sonic game.
Yeah, probably.
I'd actually rather watch the Yankee game.
What's her first name there, Sergio?
Annalyn.
Like Anakin.
Mom, I told you to pick up.
Sergio, where's Annalyn?
At work.
Hi, you've reached 206.
Oh, jeez. That sound like her, Sergio?
Leave me a message after the tone, and I'll get back to you.
Why isn't she picking up, Sergio? Why are you getting so lucky in this situation?
I'm a lucky guy. I don't know.
Can we call her at work?
What does she do? Do you have her work number?
Yeah, I got to work.
All right, hang on.
Information would have been useful 2 minutes ago.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to get a hold of her.
Right. By the way. Not trying to prove whether she has a cell phone.
But nice message, nonetheless.
All right, we're going to wait Sergio out here.
Yep.
In the meantime, let's all together sing the Star Wars theme.
Good.
Oh, geez.
Oh, wow.
What did I hit?
We're right in the middle of the Star Wars thing.
I don't know this part.
Yeah, I'm not good with the words on this one.
Sword fight. And
Yoda.
Sergio? Does she pick up at work or someone else picks up?
She might pick up.
Well, if she doesn't pick up, you ask for her, okay?
She's at a dental office, so she'll probably just pick up.
All right, good. Then I'll talk.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you for calling University
Mm-hmm. What happened there, Sergio?
I don't know, man. She should be there.
The rest of this message.
All right, now that we've called your dentist, and we've called some girl that you know never answers her phone, I don't think we can feel like we have proof positive that you're not a liar.
I'm not.
Well, what can you do for us? Do to us.
Wow.
What can you do for us that would prove that you're telling the truth?
Freudian slip there, Stephen?
I don't know. She should be there.
Can we try it again?
Oh, this is her old job.
Right. Oh, you needed her new number?
Oh, jeez. Oh, you wanted the direct line.
There should be like a back line.
Right.
Thank you for calling.
Well,
not the patient line.
Yeah, I mean, isn't there a number she gives you, like, if you need to reach her immediately? I mean, you are the fiancé.
Yeah.
Well, what's that number?
That's her work number.
Well, they're not picking up there, Sergio.
Well, I don't know. I don't know why they're not picking up.
What if you were just in an accident and you needed to call her? What number would you call?
I'd call her cell phone.
Well, they got the phone off, maybe, for morning bagels and gas, Terry.
Sure. Morning bagels.
What do they call that gas?
Laughing gas?
Novocaine?
She's probably listening.
Oh, nitrous oxide.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, yeah.
What's that now?
She's probably listening, doesn't want to pick up.
All right, dude, well, I can't give the tickets to you.
Oh,
Have a great day.
come on.
You have done nothing to prove that you have a fiancé.
I'm trying to call her
You
right
have
now.
done nothing. You should have just said, T-Man, I'm your typical Star Wars geek. I could care less about the Sonics. You would have been, like, already telling your friends about how you won tickets. It would have been over and done with by now.
But I'm not lying,
You
though.
had to go the other avenue. You had to go, yeah, I like Star Wars, T-Man, but I am the cool dude
Right, because I've got a fiance.
who likes sports and women. And we know that's not the case.
I'd rather watch the Yankee game than the Sonic game.
Mm-hmm. The Yankees are playing the Mariners. You should
That's
have
right.
respect for the local baseball team and call it the Mariner game, don't you think?
No. Because I'm a Yankee fan. I'm not a Mariner fan.
That's nice. All right, Sergio. Well, enjoy your wedding on the 22nd or the 23rd.
Right.
Come on. Come
And
on.
we'll give the Star Wars tickets to somebody else.
Come on.
Have a good day.
All right, dude?
No. I'm not lying, I swear.
All right, then produce this fiancé in the next, let's say, 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
All right?
I can do that.
Okay, thanks for the call.
That's not that.
She's calling me right now.
We'll hold off. Well, she should have answered when she had the opportunity. We'll hold off and give you the tickets away for 20
she'll
minutes.
Answer right now, I swear.
She'll answer right now. Because you held up the cue card to Mom now, or what? All right, let's give her one more try.
Answer your phone.
But it's not like you can't pay and go to the movie like the next day.
T-Man's calling you. Answer the phone.
Okay,
Hang up with her, man.
It's taking a long time for this, Terry.
Yeah.
Sergio's really making us work hard here. Is this Annabelle?
Anna
Lynn.
Anna Lynn?
Annabelle.
We got hung up on there, Sergio.
But she was there, see? She picked up. You didn't think
Sergio?
to talk.
I didn't hear any
She
of that.
hung up.
Talk to her, actually.
She hung up in our faces. This does not bode well for your claiming of the seat at the Star Wars premiere.
I think that just deserves another hang up.
Yeah, I think she hung up, Terry, because she heard her fiancé on the air saying he didn't know when the hell their wedding date was.
I know, I agree.
The embarrassment that must go along with that has to be tremendous.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
She's going to fracture his penis first chance she gets.
She can
call it off.
I swear, I'm not lying.
I believe she exists, Sergio, but you couldn't produce her on this program.
Hold on, she's calling me. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what we want.
Answer your phone.
Answer your phone, but she's calling
Your
me.
cell phone.
Talk to the bitch! I'm getting really angry.
T-Man. Because I want tickets to Star Wars. All right.
She's like, you geek. Wedding's off.
Okay.
All right, call her back.
All
She'll
right.
answer.
On her cell phone or on her...
Cell phone. Her cell phone.
Oh, okay, not her work number.
Jeez, I work so hard in my life.
I ain't lying.
Anna Lynn, not Annabelle.
Don't mind me to ask for a raise after this program.
Okay.
Probably why she hung up because you called her the wrong name.
Hello?
Anna Hooch. This is T-Man. I do a little The Force is With You radio show here out of Seattle. Have you heard of it?
Yes.
Okay. I have your fiancé on the phone.
Okay.
He has a question to ask you as it pertains to your upcoming wedding.
Okay.
All right? And you're live on the air. That's okay?
That's fine.
Okay, splendid. Then go ahead and let her know what you are a little confused about there, Serge.
What day is the wedding? The 22nd or the 23rd?
What? This is the 22nd. How could you not know that?
That's our point.
Because it's not that important.
I think it's a fair question, Terry.
Oh, I do too. Absolutely.
Sergio, she's asked you a question that is now very much...
It's like I get confused because I asked her on the 23rd, and then we're getting married on the 22nd.
That's nice. That's almost a decent way out of this one, Terry.
So close.
Because
So
they're
close.
both such important days to Sergio.
Yeah.
That he gets confused as to which is which.
Yep.
Does that work for you, Annabelle?
Anna Lynn.
Does that work for you, that this man, when it comes down to it, didn't know the day that is supposed to be the day he's looking forward to more than any day of his life?
It'll work for now. We'll have to talk about it when I get home.
Oh, she's not too happy.
I think
He
this
should know.
I think this is grounds for termination of the wedding, Terry.
You think?
If you don't know
I know.
what day you're supposed to be married and it's a few months away.
Right. And he really doesn't have any information on the details.
And on top of that, he sounds so cavalier, so just,
Oh, she takes care of everything.
I just want to go to this movie.
That's all he cares about.
Right.
Wow.
Even knowing that he's put himself into some kind of jeopardy here with this situation, all he's still caring about right now is Star Wars.
That's right.
He's put Star Wars in front of your wedding.
Anna Lynn,
Yes.
is there anything you need to say?
We'll have to talk about this when we get home. He loves Star Wars. I know that much,
You're
but
still marrying him?
I think so.
Of course.
Thanks.
Are you sure about Sergio there, Anna Lynn?
For right now, things are go.
Are you an Asian woman, Anna Lynn?
I am. I'm Filipino.
Mm-hmm. Are you a white guy there, Sergio?
Nope.
What are you?
I'm Latin.
You're a Latin man?
Yep. I'm Chilean.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Are you showing Anna Lynn the
No, there's no white in me.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Are you showing... Anna, was it an accusation? Or
Okay. Jeez, easy, buddy.
Are you showing Anna Lynn the proper respect that she may or may not deserve there, Sergio? Or
I always give her respect.
is that right?
She comes first.
Oh, but you don't remember.
There you go.
22nd, 23rd, one of those days.
You know, confused.
Maybe I'll be there, maybe I won't.
She comes first, skip the movie, take her out to dinner tonight.
I'll listen to the traffic report that day and see if it's...
If I get the tickets, I'll take her out.
Wow.
What are the colors in your wedding, by the way?
What?
Periwinkle.
Why the question?
Well, because I mean, he doesn't. I'm quizzing him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see.
Him.
Well, you should have told him to answer then.
Oh, okay.
Periwinkle.
What is periwinkle there, Sergio?
It's like a bluish.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, purplish, blue.
Purple, blue.
Now, if you didn't know that answer, that's reasonable. But not knowing the day you're supposed to be married is ridiculous.
I agree. Totally.
I told you it was the 22nd.
I mean, I dreaded that day from the moment I heard it, Terry. Started counting the days down. All right. Well, anyway, he did produce The Girlfriend, Terry.
He did.
And I did tell him if that was to happen, he would be going to Star Wars. And guess what? Sergio has got himself to the premiere tonight.
Yeah. Thank you.
Are you going with him, or you don't want to see him right now, Anna?
Oh, yeah, she's going.
Oh,
I'm going.
See that?
Boy, controlling, too.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, he's got one of those Latin tempers.
How old are you?
Enjoy the moment with me.
That's right. How old are you, Anna Lynn?
I'm 23.
23. And you're prepared to pretty much begin the second chapter of your life, and there are only 2 chapters in a life. There's the good opening chapter, Terry.
Right.
And then there's that long closing.
The boring installment.
Yeah. Takes forever to get there.
And I have tried to influence people, Terry, to try to put off that. It's a very nice chapter. Don't get me wrong. I love the chapter, but putting it off as long as possible is a terrific move.
It's been 9 years.
And for you've been going out together for 9 years?
Yep.
No wonder he could care less about the wedding at this point.
Gosh.
That's why I like Choose Your Own Adventure books. Oh, I died. I'm going to try again.
She's been going out with him since she was 14.
All right.
Well, good luck.
Yeah.
It's your life.
Yeah, okay.
Something tells me tonight will be the highlight.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sergio, well done.
All right.
Take care, Adeline.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Man, it's all they've known their whole lives is each other. That's got to be just torture.
Okay. Boy.
There it is. Star Wars and Sergio. That's what she's got.
The T-Man. #1.
We should know within a few days if 2 men will face criminal charges for fighting with a suspected car thief.
Oh, jeez.
The suspect died over the weekend, and now more people are asking, how far is too far? Lisa?
Yeah, you heard about this story, Terry?
I
did. You had last week sometime the carjacker being seen in the act.
Yes.
The owner of the car and his buddy, correct me if I'm wrong on this story, go over and protect their property to such an extent that they're using physical force to cause this man to go into a major coma situation, and now we have a situation where he has passed away. Not a happy ending of a story that didn't have a happy beginning.
Right.
And well, let's listen to it and then I'll give you my thoughts.
Christine, just moments ago, one of the 2...
'Cause I know you're dying for them, Terry.
Oh, I am.
Yes.
Christine, just moments ago, one of the 2 men involved in the fight arrived home but refused to talk to us. But whether or not these men will be charged depends on whether they use deadly or reasonable force.
Reasonable force, Terry. That's what it all comes down to. Reasonable, because it's a true, clear definition, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You can't even come up with a definition for the word reasonable.
Right.
So how are you going to come up with a definition for what reasonable force is? Will you answer that for me, please?
Sure. It's 1 kick, 3 punches, and 1 spit.
Oh,
wow. That spit really puts it over, huh?
If you spit twice, you've gone beyond reasonable force.
Yeah.
And therefore, you're in jail for the rest of your life.
Amazing.
All I know is this, Terry. I did not die last week. You know why? I didn't steal any cars.
Right.
Ooh,
I understand that.
You steal someone's car. I'm not saying you're asking to be killed, but you put your life at risk. End of story. You start stealing cars, your life, as far as the decision you have made, has been put on the line. Maybe it wouldn't be fair, but the chances of you being caught in the act and somebody getting aggressive with you in this exact fashion obviously go on the incline.
Yeah. Move the odds a little bit of dying.
Well, you can lessen your odds on dying if you don't go around stealing other people's property. People are very fond of their property, last I checked.
Very possessive.
All right?
Yes, I understand that.
Especially people who don't have as much as others. You want to protect what you have, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
However, some will also argue that, maybe you should have called the police, let them handle it, because that's what they're supposed to do.
By the time the police show up, one may justify that in perhaps certain neighborhoods more than others, the car is in Tijuana being stripped apart for parts. All right?
I understand that.
And yes, you are also, and these guys should be aware that when after the guy stealing their car, you're risking your life when you go after the guy who's stealing your car.
Sure.
It works both ways. So neither move would be the greatest move in your life. But all I'm saying is, I'm sorry this guy died, but you start stealing cars, and you have put yourself at greater risk for something like this happening. So if you're expecting me in my heart to cry out for this guy, you come to the wrong person.
Okay.
Now, it's unfortunate that it came to this tragic an end.
Sure.
But if somebody's car is being stolen, the guy who is watching his car being ripped off wants to go beat him down, I am not going to tell that guy that is not a reasonable response. I think it is certainly almost like a reflex action, and I don't begrudge the guy for doing it. But you got to recognize you're taking a risk too. But if you want to go beat the guy down, hey, more power to you.
Right. But the question,
don't steal my car.
The question now too is, now that the gentleman has died, are these people responsible? And
Nope.
will they be put into jail?
Did they use a knife? Did they use a gun? Nope. Bare hands, beating.
Still?
Well,
gentleman died.
We use reasonable force, but you know what? My reasonable force is stronger than your reasonable force. So, unfortunately, I can guarantee you that they wanted to give him a good beating. They didn't intend for him to die. He died. Well, shouldn't have been stealing the car. All right. Should these guys go to jail? Maybe for a minimal period, if that. But I don't see how two guys, one of them who owned the car, who didn't ask for their car to be stolen, now have to sit in a cell thinking about what they did. Hey, the car was being stolen. Did I ask this guy to steal my car? No. Now I got to sit in jail for the rest of my life? You can forget it.
I understand.
Don't go stealing cars. Your risk of being in a coma will lessen and dying decrease.
The law in the state of Washington is you can never use deadly force just to protect property.
In this case, a 1967 Camaro. The homeowner and a friend came out and tried to stop Edward Zanazzi, a man with a history of stealing cars, from allegedly taking this one.
If the deadly force was used before any other force, I would say these gentlemen are probably in some trouble.
The next-door neighbor says she saw Zanazzi caught in a chokehold before ending up across the street.
Yeah, he was laying right here, face down.
When it happened, neighbors said Zanazzi had it coming.
I thought he deserved to get to get beat up, but now that I found out that he has passed away, I don't feel that he has deserved that.
So he needed a good beating, but just enough to keep him breathing. Well, sometimes that's hard to gauge.
Right. Well, and some people will say,
he was breathing when we left him.
Some will have to say that you have to, control yourself as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's one
easy
thing
to say, though, but I know if I saw somebody breaking into my car.
All bets are off as far as control when you're witnessing someone stealing your car.
I understand.
Now, as I said, we would offer to you the proper reaction would be to not put yourself in harm's way by, yes, calling the police. But, hey, as I said also, I'm not going to begrudge the guy whose reaction is, I'm going after that guy. He's stealing my car, I'm going after him.
But I lessen my chance of dying by letting him drive off and say, hey, do you need the extra keys and anything like that?
Oh, jeez.
I mean...
Stephen offers him a spare set of keys.
Yeah.
And bake some cookies and a cake as well.
Well, I mean, you try to lessen your chances of being in these violent situations.
1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. You're on the air. Hello?
Man, I agree with you 100%, T-Man. There's two things we actually agree on this topic, and the fact that Steven's a dickhead.
You're on the air. Hello.
T-Man doesn't actually believe that.
Yeah, Steven, come on, pacification of men, because if somebody touches my car and I catch him in the act, done deal. I don't care what it takes.
But you got to use reasonable force, or make sure you're using reasonable force when you're in that heightened state of anger. You got to keep in mind about what's reasonable.
But what happens if you get killed in that situation then? Oh, well, I was just trying to protect my car?
Well, that's something that you have to also be aware of. Like I had a friend of mine, I think I once told this story, in New York City, got his chain ripped right off his neck and started running the guy down who stole it and got knifed trying to catch him, and he died.
That's just like if somebody was doing something that aimed me and you decided you needed to protect her and you used reasonable force and killed somebody. Then what?
No, Stephen would give him the spare set of keys and bake him a cake.
I think family is different than a car, though.
Yeah, some would say that. What, a life or a materialistic...
Everyone would say that.
Yeah.
Terry. It's a fair point Stephen makes, that a person's life obviously deserves a different response than perhaps any material thing. Right. But still, as I said, people are very fond of their possessions.
Yeah, 67 Camaro, that's a sweet-ass car. I don't know. I've never seen one.
That's a classic.
It sounds cool.
Yeah. It sounds classic for whatever reason. Anything 67?
Oh, yeah.
It's classic.
Sounds pretty, if you still have it around, it has to be pretty classic.
It's the first year of the T-Tops.
67 Oldsmobile still sounds good, believe it or not. Anything you put after 67 will sound good. 67 Terry Freight,
Yeah.
67 Impala.
We'll take it.
You're on the air.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Yes.
Okay. I was reading up on that story this morning, actually, on an online article. I can't remember what site it was off of.
Yes.
But the police reported to the news that the guy that died actually only had like one bruise. They didn't beat the crap out of him. They choked him to get him to let go of the other guy's hand because he had the guy's hand in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were strangling him to try to get him to let go, and that's what knocked him unconscious.
Well, it'll be up for, I guess, unfortunately, I don't think this thing should even have to go to any kind of trial, Terry, because I think a guy who starts stealing cars puts himself in harm's way right then and there, and then all bets are off. Once you start stealing cars, all bets are off.
But you have that guy's family who is saying, it's not worth his life. I know that he shouldn't be doing that, but really he was a good guy. Well, he just ran into a bit of trouble.
But the way this all ended up, to me, is reasonable, because they didn't. If you had approached this guy with a gun and you could have easily scared him off with that gun without firing, but you did fire, that to me may be unreasonable force. But if they went after the guy with their hands or maybe some stick or something like that, and they were trying to get him from stopping to steal the car and B, to know never to come back here again, and he wound up dying, hey, too bad. Too damn bad. Shouldn't have stole the car. Or if you did, you should have made sure you weren't caught. Oh, I guess that guy was done.
Scared the hell out of him.
I won't steal a car.
Right.
You're on the air.
What if you was taking your car, T-Man? What would you do?
I don't know what I would do. I haven't had my car stolen to the point where I actually had my car stolen, but I wasn't around to see it, fortunately, because I don't think you know what you would do.
Right.
It's one of those situations, there are a few of those situations in life that you don't know how you'd react until it's actually happening.
Sure.
Yeah, but if a man walks into my house and I have a gun, I'm shooting him.
Well, if it's in your house, then he's a threat to you and your family. That could be a completely different situation than witnessing from your window of your house someone on the street stealing a car.
He's taking my family's property. He's taking my family. That's my car. That's my.
No, but you didn't make a fair analogy, because that analogy you gave in your house becomes an immediate threat to your family. But watching a car being stolen and you're witnessing it from the window of your house is a different scenario than someone in your house.
It's the same thing. He's
no, it's not. And it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
He's taking from my family, man. I mean, anybody taking from my family, man.
Taking from your family and risking your family's life are two different things.
Okay, but if somebody took my car, man, and that was a nice car. That was a real nice car. I don't know if you've seen it. It was a real nice car.
They must have refurbished it.
But the 67 situation obviously is something you have to maintain on a regular basis, so I imagine this person made this their prized possession and kept it in very good shape.
Mm-hmm.
Take my wife, not my car.
Wow.
Work a lot harder on the car.
Yeah.
That might have been his thinking for all we know, Terry. Sounds like one of his prized possessions when you're keeping a car of that kind of stature around. You're on the air. Hello? Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, hi.
Hi, T-Man. I just wanted to call in and agree with you. I think that the problem with our society today is we are so worried about criminals, their rights, their feelings, and we don't take into consideration that they're criminals. If this guy was not, as you mentioned, stealing someone's car, he wouldn't have gotten beat up, therefore he wouldn't have died. Now, it's very unfortunate that he died. And, yes, The family is upset, and I feel for them.
Yes, and no one was rooting for this guy to die by any means. And I guarantee you that the guys who went after him were not intending to kill him, Terry. I don't believe that was the case. They wanted to give him a good beat down to let him know that this is not going to be happening.
Right.
And it better not happen ever again. It's a kind of emotion that you get in a moment's rush kind of situation, Terry.
And look at our jail systems today. They're overcrowded. Why do you think they're overcrowded? Because we are so worried about the prisoners and their rights and making sure they have adequate room and adequate outside time and adequate food and PlayStation time and weightlifting and everything else they get. You know, it's ridiculous. People need to understand that if they're not stealing a car or robbing a bank or, you know, doing things they're not supposed to do, then life will be better for them.
Yeah, that is one of the potential consequences when you start stealing cars.
Right.
You got to realize there is an outside chance I could wind up dead by doing this act. Once you start stealing people's property, all bets are off as far as the scope of things that are potentially able to happen to you.
It's a pretty risky profession.
This is one of those things.
Most people don't live to retire.
And it doesn't always happen, fortunately, that someone stealing a car winds up dead. But it happened this time, and do I feel sorry for this guy? Nope. Do not. All bets are off when he starts stealing cars. End of story. One more quickie. You're on the air.
Good morning. I just wanted to say that I think that the word reasonable is relative. Is it reasonable to beat a person to death for stealing your car? Absolutely not. That's what you pay insurance for. If you're going out there, you know, and maybe punching the guy down, I mean, like, clearly when he was on the floor, on the ground, he was no longer a threat. To continue to beat him is it's unreasonable in itself to me. It's unreasonable in itself. I don't think that they should be sent to prison for life, but I definitely think that they ought to be accountable for the outcome of the situation. And it's a car.
Well, I'd be curious to hear all the details of the beating, but it's not going to really sway my opinion. I can tell you that I am now biased in the situation from what I've heard. I did not hear about any weapons that are weapons used to kill a person. I didn't hear about a knife or a gun, Terry. I heard about fists, and I think I might have heard about a hockey stick or something like that. And you know what?
But that wasn't used.
That hockey stick wasn't used?
No.
Honestly, I just think the fact that there's the two that are sharing a brain, clearly, it's like neither one of them are rational, any of the three of them. And if there was a punishment for stupidity, I think that they're all guilty.
It's not easy to beat a man to death with your bare hands, as apparently it happened in this case. But if a fight gets to that kind of proportion where it does happen, hey, and the salvo for the whole situation was because this guy was stealing a car, well, too bad. Shouldn't have been stealing the car. You wouldn't be dead. Wouldn't be dead. Very simple. The guy wouldn't be dead if he didn't steal the car.
I guess the bottom line is it is a car, and that's what we pay insurance for. And I just think that you have to value a life more than a car. And I think that I think it was slightly excessive. I think he deserved to get
You're making it like these guys rationally thought, well, he's stealing my car, so now I'm going to kill him. I don't think that was the thought here. If that was the thought, if the reaction was, this guy is stealing my car, I'm going to go kill him now, I might have some problem with that. But I think this was a guy stealing a car, the owner of the car witnessing it, and out to protect his property, and it wound up in the guy stealing the car dying.
So he decided to kick his ass across the street to protect his property on the other side of the street. At some point, when is it excessive? When he's already beat him away from the property. I don't understand. I don't understand the thought process behind that.
Well, your point is on the record.
A rational person.
Your point is to be a wussy and just let the car go, and who cares?
Not to be a wussy and let the car go, but
you want them to walk the fine line of beating him, but not beating him to the point where
I would choose not to beat him anyway. If somebody was stealing my car, you know what? It's a car.
Well, you got to choose one or the other. You know, you got to choose one or the other, because if you think that there is the way to gauge the beating to the point where it won't wind up in a potential death-threatening situation, I think that's not necessarily reasonable in itself.
To me, it's idiotic to approach a criminal who they have no idea if that person has a gun. To me, you are an idiot.
Well, that's a totally different scenario now. You're saying then your take on this has to be that you call the police and just let your car be driven away.
My take. That is absolutely my take.
Well, that's fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know how I'd react. I think there's a point in my life where I would have reacted different than perhaps now, but I still have that side of me, Terry. No matter how many cars maybe I can buy now, whatever the case may be, I still have that reactive side in me. I'm not going to lie to you. All right?
Right.
And no money is going to change that.
Right.
So I don't know what would happen unless it happened, but I have no problem with these guys going after this guy. If they want to do that, fine. They're risking a lot themselves, but they got to know that. And if they want to go after him, hey, your car's being stolen, do what you want to do.
Even if you have a lot of money, you still feel like it's my stuff. I worked for it.
Right.
Don't touch it.
You don't even think that fast. You don't think these things through.
That's mine, not yours. Time to get you.
Yeah, but the guy says, I'm trying to protect my family, so I'm going to go after the guy. Well, you can't protect him when you're dead.
Well, compute these things all out. Calls in the morning.
The T-Man.
Tell me.
Have some water with that.
I was telling the food was here. I just found out now.
I'm sorry.
You're on the air.
I was doing Have some water.
Hello?
T-Man.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I know this is the subject. Everybody has an opinion about it, but I think that one thing is being missed.
All right.
Submission. They stopped this guy through submission. Now, when you're choked out, there's two ways that you lose consciousness. You either suffocate or blood is restricted from your brain. In both cases, you have no ability to respond prior to death occurring. So I know this sounds ridiculous.
Well,
what have you pictured in your mind that they had a bucket of water and they held this guy's head underwater and drowned him long enough to stop him from stealing the car, or held a pillow over his face
how about a sleeper hold?
Now.
Um,
How about the Cobra Clutch?
Well,
that one hurts.
My point is the guy couldn't fight back for probably 45 seconds to a minute before he died.
Well,
so that's what
the guys went after him, and excuse me while I swallow.
Yeah, okay, swallow away.
I didn't know the food was sitting here the whole break. I could have eaten before we went back on the air, but now it's too late. Anyway, the guys were choking him, as you say. I'm listening to your scenario, and I'm going to give you the counterpoint now. The guys reacted when they saw their cars being stolen. They got the guy who was stealing the car in the act in a chokehold, and they realized, okay, he's starting to get a little limp, but he's still got some consciousness in him. And if I let him go now, he may turn around and knife me, and I may die. Now I got to protect myself. You know what? Now this carjacker, this car stealer, is being made out to be the victim here. He's no victim. He stole a car. When you steal a car, all bets are off.
See, man, that would be correct if submission worked that way, but it just doesn't. You pass out. Some people seizure. Okay? Submission, you have to be choking somebody for up to a minute past the time that they lose consciousness.
We don't even know what the cause of death was, whether it was suffocation or a crack to the head, but with his head hitting the street or something like that. We don't know.
They said on the news last night he was choked out.
They said he was choked, but they don't know what the cause of death was yet. They haven't done an autopsy.
Okay, well, then we all need to hold our opinion until we find out. But if it's the case that it was a submission that killed him, that could be excessive.
I think I heard in the story.
Hit him with the 2x4.
Let me hear this story. Hang on one second. Hang on. Let me play more of the story here. Let's find out if they actually have done the autopsy yet.
The deadly force was
hit him with the 2x4, then you're
right. Hang on!
The next-door neighbor says she saw Zanazi caught in a chokehold before ending up across the street.
Yeah, he was laying right here.
Just give me a good chance to eat.
Face down.
When it happened, neighbors said Zanazi had it coming.
I thought he deserved to get to get beat up, but now that I found out that he has passed away, I don't feel that he has deserved that.
Well, because it's sad, and no one wanted him to die, Terry.
I know, I understand that. It's very true. It's very sad.
I really do have to swallow now. Hang on.
If someone is stealing something of yours, you don't have to just sit back and let them take it. You can use what's called reasonable force to stop them.
Well, that's ridiculous, because no one knows the definition of reasonable force. I don't think people even know the definition of reasonable. Give me the definition of what reasonable means, Stephen.
Well, I bet it's reasonable until the guy dies.
Now
sir, it's not reasonable.
Please don't take my car.
Well, you know what? You could throw one punch, the guy could hit the street, crack his head open, and die. So is that reasonable?
Well, not if the guy. I'm assuming that's probably what it'll end up being. Since the guy died, it's an issue.
The answer to this particular case may come on Wednesday when autopsy results are expected, and that could reveal the ultimate cause of death.
There you go, Wednesday. We'll know if he died of suffocation or a crack to the head or cancer.
Wow.
In which case, it wouldn't be their fault.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All done?
Not quite.
Would you like to take the last bite there?
Since we had to, sit through you eating it, what is it? What was the meal of choice?
Do you want to make it a game, Steve? What's a G-Man's mouth?
Got real juicy there for a minute.
All right, how about now? Okay, thanks a lot.
Oh, I was calling in.
I was too, man.
You're on the air. Good morning.
Pretty much have the answer, though.
Good morning.
Hi, nice to talk to you.
You too. I just want to say that even if you saw the guy still in the car and you call the police, you might as well walk out and hand him the keys, because by the time the police get there, they're gone with their car anyway. And it's not like it's a regular, just, Chrysler that you can just go out and get another one.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally different. This is a classic car. And it's not like he went out there saying, oh, let's kill this guy for still in the car. He went out there, and the other guy, I guess, was being bitten. And if somebody's biting you, you try to get them off of you.
Well, what's the success rate of getting a car back in the condition or close to the condition?
A classic car like that? Probably.
No, forget the classic car. I don't like the aspect of the classic car into this equation. What is the return rate on cars stolen that don't have low jack or?
Oh, I'm sure it's got to be less than 20%.
I'm thinking it's pretty low.
Getting your car back.
I don't know.
So people say, well, you just call the police. It takes time for the police to get out there. This woman's right, and the car's long gone. And if they're breaking off the parts 10 minutes later,
how often do these people actually get caught, though?
But the other woman brought up the insurance aspect of it. But this involves a level of deductive reasoning that really doesn't apply when you're acting in reflex and impulsive type moments.
And that doesn't happen that often, that you actually catch someone taking your vehicle.
Yeah,
it
that's
just
true.
doesn't happen.
That is true.
And when you actually catch them, if you don't do anything, you might as well give them the keys.
It's like
I'm
a
not
story.
saying that you should kill anyone by any means.
It's like the story of the guy who catches his wife being screwed in the act. He walks in. Hold on one second.
Why don't you play a song or something? You have a song to play for us up here? You have something, right?
Star Wars would be great right now.
There's a guy in jail right now. There's many guys in jail, but I know of one who's in jail for life because he walked in from a hard day's work, caught his wife screwing some dude in his bed, her bed, their bed. This would be a better story if I could really get it out without the bagel. And
I won.
And wound up.
That's all it is a bagel.
Wound up killing the guy. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Now, did he ask for that to happen?
No.
And yet he has to sit in jail for the rest of his life every day, realizing I'm in jail because some other guy was screwing my wife. Yes, I killed the guy in an impulsive, reactive moment. Mm-hmm. But I have to sit here wasting away the rest of my life knowing that if that dude wasn't screwing my wife, I wouldn't be in jail right now for the rest of my days. Mm-hmm. That is something I feel sorry for.
Dr. Dre tried to tell Eminem. I've seen the video. Apparently nobody else has it.
We're waiting for you to describe it there.
You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes?
G-Man, I actually went to jail for beating somebody up that was stealing my car.
You did?
Yes.
For how long?
Just overnight. I actually got DUI because I was checking my insurance and I sat in the front seat of my car after I was explaining to the cops what happened.
Mm-hmm. So you lost out in the end anyway?
I walked out of the bar, and my friend and I saw somebody digging through the back of my car. So we ran up to him, and my friend put him down on the ground. We roughed him up a little bit. And, eventually he got away and just ran off. We let it be.
So you used reasonable force and went to jail for one night, but, you went to jail.
Yeah, I went to jail.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy got away. He didn't know, nothing ever happened to that.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get anything, so I stopped him from stealing anything important or anything. But I ended up getting a DUI and sitting in jail for a night.
So what's your take on this guy? He got physical. He might have gotten to the point where he was physical to a degree that may be considered, quote-unquote, unreasonable. Is this guy a criminal? Should this guy go to jail and his friend, or no?
No, I don't think he should go to jail for it. I mean, he did what he thought was necessary, and it resulted in somebody's death. But accidents happen every day, and I'm sure he didn't plan on killing the guy.
I agree.
My take.
That's pretty much my take on it. Maybe not in those exact words, but that's my take on it. I mean, it resulted in a death.
Right.
Unfortunately. But these things will happen when somebody out there starts stealing people's cars. That's the potential. That's one of the possible scenarios, unfortunately. It could be eliminated by not stealing cars.
No, come on.
I think I want to eliminate it.
You're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Hey, I'd rather have somebody try and, take my wife than take my truck. 'Cause I've had people try to steal my truck, and I go out, hear the alarm.
This man's trying to point out how important a man's car is to him.
Yeah.
He'd rather
By the
someone...
time they got there, I'd be gone.
He'd rather someone break the lock on his wife and drive her away.
Take her away. Yeah, that's great. Good to know he values life.
You're on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
T-Man?
Yes.
Hi. On New Year's Eve, I actually went to jail for beating up 2 guys for stopping them from raping a woman.
Really?
Yeah.
See, where do these Good Samaritan laws now come into play? You're not supposed to just stand around and watch a crime happen. You're supposed to do something about it, right?
Right.
You think so? Yes. But I went to jail for 5 days and actually was charged with 2 counts of second-degree assault and almost spent 10 years in prison.
Now, do they agree with you that you were trying to stop a rape, or are they with a different perspective on the way things happened?
No, they were in the act of the
I understand,
rape,
but the people who charged you and sentenced you to whatever the sentence was, do they understand that you were just stopping a rape from happening? Do they agree with your point of view or no?
Yes, but they said that excessive force was used because there were broken bones.
So here you are stopping a rape, which I believe everyone would agree is more of a situation than someone having their car stolen, okay?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And she still is facing the penalties of excessive force.
I didn't end up going to jail for 10 years is because one of the guys turned out to be a convicted sex offender.
The crooks have too many rights!
What you used to beat him with? 2 guys?
I know.
What?
How'd you beat him up? 1 against 2?
Just with my hands and feet.
And don't forget your big belly.
What?
Never mind.
Adrenaline was pumping there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
With her hands and feet.
Wow.
It's pretty impressive. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I think that these 2 guys, no way they should do jail time. They should get like a thank you or something because they just save the taxpayers a grip of money by taking care of this guy.
Well, that's a little insensitive, but
well, the guy's like a career-long
your point of
criminal.
view.
I mean, he's an identity theft ring guy. He's stealing cars. So, I mean, we would have to pay for a public defender for this guy and for the trial and all that crap. So, I mean, whatever.
All right, so that's an insensitive point of view, but I don't have a problem with this guy's line of thinking, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I agree with him, but I don't mind him feeling that way.
Sure.
Not outraged by his words by any means.
The last caller's going to get back to his bowl of Captain Crunch and The View because he doesn't work or pay taxes.
You're on the air.
Hello?
Yes. All right, you're on the air. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
I was going to let you know I work for the state of Washington as a correctional officer.
Yes.
And definition of reasonable force is the amount of force necessary to stop the act.
Fine, I understand that, but what does that mean? What is the amount of force that's necessary? Where's the temperature gauge?
Well,
where's the weighing scale?
Well, as soon as they stopped the guy from stealing the car, they should have stopped at that point.
Fine, but how do you know that you have completed the job of stopping the guy from stealing the car to the point where then your safety is out of jeopardy? Because once you decide to stop the guy from stealing your car, you have to then defend your own well-being. And, yes, they stopped the guy from stealing the car. He's no longer got his hands on the car, and he's no longer a threat to the car, but he's still a threat to you. So
yeah, if he comes at you, then that's a different scenario. You know, that's a whole different scenario in itself. But as far as the property goes, you can't do that.
All right, well, thanks for the call, and say hi to Hotshot's dad. All right, there you go. Terry, what else is going on in this world? We can debate this all morning, and it sounds like people are pretty much split down the middle as far as what to do now with these 2 guys who have killed the man who was stealing one of the two guys' car, Terry. It's going to be one of those situations that I think will be debated for not just today. It'll go on for at least a week or so, if not more.
Right.
This is going to be a very sensitive issue on both sides. Mm-hmm. And a tough one to figure out, because is there a correct answer on this? I don't think so. I think I'm right, but I certainly can understand why the people on the other side believe they're right.
A new study out of Scotland finds that binge-drinking women are just as likely to get into bar fights as binge-drinking men.
And kill other women.
Wow.
It's possible.
Always possible, yes.
Break one of those beer mugs from Scotland over someone's head, Terry.
Pretty heavy they are.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly is binge drinking?
Yeah, there's no real clear definition of that either, is there?
Kind of my point.
Okay.
You like reasonable binge drinking?
I do, yes.
Yes.
When I binge drink, I'm always very reasonable.
Now, do you really think that's true, though, that women are getting in fights at the same rate as men at bars and clubs?
Maybe in Scotland.
I wish that was the case.
Because you'd be...
I might start going back out again to the clubs and the bars, Terry, if I found out that there was an equal amount of girl fights.
Really?
You're squirting oil all over them. Come on.
Are you kidding me?
sick.
Wait, let me get the mud.
Oh,
If I didn't know
on.
this, I would have bought a blow-up pool and put oatmeal in it. I don't think that's the case.
Okay.
Maybe in Scotland, where the drinking is even more excessive than it is here, I would imagine, because it just goes on for more hours of the day. We have seemed to channel our drinking from, like, 6 o'clock on.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see the girl fights, man.
Not like you'd like to.
I love the girl fights, Terry. Very few things in this world more entertaining than two girls fighting. Two girls just face to face.
You like when it starts in the bar and then just flows out into the street and continues on?
No, I go to
or-
starts in the street.
Oh, okay. After the club.
Never gets to the street if it starts in the bar.
Ah.
Got to start in the street, end in the street.
Gotcha.
Huh? Right. Why is Schwager calling back?
What? Doesn't he have class?
No.
Hey, T-Man.
Yeah, Schwager.
I'm on my bus right now on a field trip to Tacoma.
Well, enjoy the day.
Well, yeah. Well,
Say hi to Steve Puel for us.
He's his idol, right? He's the weatherman.
Right. They're on a field trip with 20 days of school left.
Wow.
Why do they still make you do field trips when you're a senior with 20 days left of school?
Gosh.
It beats class, I guess.
Yeah, it does.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm on a field trip right now. And
I heard that.
Yeah, well, I'm getting out of government class, so that's pretty cool.
All right. Very exciting.
Did you dress up for the big trip?
Yeah, I'm wearing a suit.
You're wearing a suit?
A suit. A blue suit.
Mm-hmm.
Blue, of course.
All right.
They taking you to lunch at Sport over there?
Actually, I'm thinking about doing that.
Yeah, try to convince him to do that.
Yeah, well, we're gonna. Well, how much does it cost to eat over there?
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's the only
okay. I know you're going. I'm
that's the
waiting
only
for somebody-
sure thing that has no problem with definition that we've heard all morning, Terry. Matthew is a nerd.
Yeah.
The T-Man. Number 1 in the afternoon with Pop.
You know, I will.
Dave Chappelle's show's been delayed. He
Okay.
disappeared. So was it a drug problem? A trip to a South African mental facility? No, on both counts.
Right.
The Comedy Central star told Time Magazine he's just resting in South Africa with friends. Chappelle admits he's stressed out.
Well, if that's what they're going on, Terry, is what he's saying about the situation. Well, what do you expect him to say? Yeah, I'm in a mental institution because I've gone completely bonkers.
Right.
Is that what you expect him to say?
I guess that's what
I
they
mean,
want.
ask the person in the most insane asylum out there, and they're going to tell you, no, I'm just here. I'm resting. I'm fine.
Yeah.
They have very, very comfortable beds here.
Sure.
Good Jello.
Good
Great Jello and very roomy straitjackets. No one's going to admit they're crazy, Terry. That's their source is Dave Chappelle himself. The person who's crazy is the last one to know, Terrence.
That's true.
Mhm.
A trip to a South African mental facility? No, on both counts.
Right.
The Comedy Central star told Time Magazine he's just resting in South Africa with friends.
Rest.
Chappelle admits he's stressed out and unhappy about the direction of his hit show.
Yeah, I mean, it is the Dave Chappelle show.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not happy about the direction, I would suggest you change the Dave Chappelle show. Right. You know, the one you're getting $50 million for that's named after you. you?
You think he have a little say?
You think he has something to say and have it, well, mean something, Terry, for the Dave Chappelle show.
Well, maybe that's what he's doing. He's trying to reroute and redirection.
Yeah, he's doing.
the show
He's fighting. He's having fights in his own mind about the direction of the show.
There you go.
And the screaming at himself is causing people to think that he's gone crazy, and one might say they're right.
Yeah.
So now he's just resting.
Yeah.
Chappelle admits he's stressed out and unhappy about the direction of his hit show. But he's doing fine.
We're all doing fine. John's doing fine. If you ask him.
Yeah, he is.
Ask John how he's doing.
Absolutely.
The answer will be fine.
Yes.
Ask gay foam operator how he's doing, Terry.
Oh, he's absolutely fine.
He's doing fine.
Mm-hmm.
After the interview, hey, I gotta go pick up Santa Claus. We'll take my spaceship. It's faster.
Oh, he's doing fine.
Yeah, right.
What else is going on this crazy, wacky, and wild?
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the Toyota Prius gas-electric hybrid cars.
You heard of it, Terry?
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, they've
It's
been
the car that people are driving now on the road, that in their back window they have to advertise how their car gets 116 miles per gallon.
Yes, that's true.
Basically telling us what idiots we are for not stealing their car.
As you're passing them.
Yeah, but they're
going
dying
30 on the freeway.
On my bicycle.
Actually, they're dying.
They're pedaling
on...
with their feet, but they're getting 116 miles per gallon.
That's
Terry.
pretty good. It's like the old Flintstone car.
They're actually dying on the highway, though.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, actually, we shouldn't be knocking this car. It's a nice bit of progress to try to eliminate all the gases that the world could do without, right? All the fumes that the world could certainly be rid of, Terry, that we don't need to inhale on a daily basis, because when you get too close to too much of that gas... Yes.
Now, if they had a car powered by that stuff.
Oh, Stephen would be the fastest car in the West.
Who would spend a dime? Huh?
Right.
Well, just to let you know, they say that
Robin Burger. Oh, watch this. We'll be in Spokane in 20 minutes.
Yes.
There have been 13 recent cases, and
Steven, I got here 15 minutes ago. Where the hell were you?
Where the Priuses have just shut down at fast speeds.
So you're driving like 65 miles an hour.
Sure, on the highway, and
on
all
the
of a sudden
highway,
just dies.
trying to prove to people that your car can go as fast as anyone else's.
Right.
And then all of a sudden your car will just die.
Yes, and to the point where it has to be towed.
Now this has happened more than on one occasion, Terry, because you got to give every car brand and make and model reasonable doubt, right? As far as the benefit of the doubt, as far as it having a potential of breaking, breaking down.
Sure.
But if it's happening over and over and over again,
so far they have had 13 recent cases. However,
car will just stop in the middle of the highway. Terry, not the safest place to have your car break down.
No, it's not. And Toyota believes that these shutdowns are caused by a software glitch. And this programming error was made in approximately 24,000 Priuses.
So my sign today that I have to make is my car gets 14 miles a gallon, but I'm getting home.
Yeah. There you go.
Right.
Battery powered crap never works when you want it to.
Yeah.
I can't even make a flashlight, work in my house. Battery's wrong. I knew it.
So, of course, they sent out all the notices and let people say, come on in and get your little software glitch taken care of.
Going to need little plug-in stations along the highway.
I know. Gas up here.
So, Steven, you know how to fix your car if it ever breaks down? Because
no.
Yeah.
I do not. I know where the gas goes, but that's about it.
Yes.
I think this whole show couldn't change a tire together.
I don't think we could change a bicycle tire.
No. My tire went flat, and luckily my dad was in town. He had to drive 50 miles to come save me.
No matter what happens to the car, as far as I'm concerned, it just stopped.
Right.
Right.
That's all I know.
When I push the gas, it doesn't go.
Yes.
Take
You call the...
There are probably a million different things that could have happened to this car, but as far as I know, it just stopped.
Yeah.
And they love people like us.
A little light went on.
Right. What else? What else is going on there, Terrence?
The tattoo industry is pretty upset that it's not rebellious to have a tattoo anymore.
It's pansy ass.
And, well, apparently, with all the Hollywood types and athletes.
There's been a watering down of the tattoo world. Is that the deal?
Pretty much.
It's gone too wide, too far.
Mm-hmm. Too commonplace, they say.
Too commonplace as far as the stretch of people getting tattoos, that it's no longer what it used to be.
Mm-hmm. In fact, RJ, a tattoo artist from L.A., says, quote, it used to be secret and underground.
And on top of that, the tattoo stalled 65 miles an hour on the highway, Terry. and it just stopped. I don't know what the hell happened to it. It just stopped.
Yeah, it did.
Mm-hmm.
You're a rebel now if you don't have a tattoo.
I know, that is so true.
We're the tough guys.
Walk up to someone without a tattoo and go, oh, you're a badass, huh?
Right.
You don't have to advertise your grandma? Is that the deal? No dancing ladies in your world? Not even an anchor anywhere to be found? Okay, I get it. All right. What else is going on, Terry? One more thing. What do you have?
Here's something pretty interesting.
Come on, baby. Come on.
I'm trying. A
Oh,
24-year-old out of Minnesota who is, by the way, a high school dropout, makes around $100,000 a year by suing telemarketers who violate the federal do not call laws.
It's very exciting.
Hey, $100,000 a year for a 24-year-old.
Good work.
Yeah, it is.
That's brilliant.
Buys a lot of Priuses, maybe not. I don't know. What's the going rate on a Prius, Stephen? There used to be a backlog. There used to be a waiting list. I don't think there is anymore. I think you can get one now.
I think they're still tough to get.
Really?
I
think you can get one now. I don't think you have to, wait on a list.
They jack you on the price, too.
Oh, jeez. You looked into it, huh?
I did look into it, yeah.
Got that long commute from Carnation into Seattle these days, don't you?
Well, Eastern Washington is a long trip.
And Stephen would be the one to put that sign on his car. My car gets 144 miles per gallon.
My sign would say this. I'm only driving this because it's $2.75 a gallon.
Mm-hmm.
Not for any environmental crap.
Okay.
Screw the environment.
Burn. The earth can burn for all I care. I just want to save money.
Global warming can kiss my ass. I'm waiting for the Prius motorhome to come out. That's what I'm waiting.
Well, there are a lot of people in this world who can afford the finest of cars, like Leonardo DiCaprio and Bill Gates, from what I hear, Terry, that drive a Honda Prius.
Well, there you go.
Or Toyota.
So next time you see two cars in two lanes stalled on the highway together as one, it could have been Bill Gates and Leonardo DiCaprio having a drag race.
No, Bill Gates knows how my computer feels.
Okay.
Enjoy.
And they didn't make it to the finish line. Huh? Right. It's nice. What was that now, Stephen?
I'm not sure that I said anything.
Oh.
How much are they?
Oh, Priuses? I think they're they're not cheap, as you would think that they would be.
Mm-hmm. Banks, you got information on that?
I got $21,950.
Oh, well,
it's pretty cheap.
Than I thought they were.
What were you thinking? Like 35,
I thought they were in the
And you get a $2,000 tax deduction.
Wow. There you go, Stephen.
Sounds pretty reasonable to me, dude.
Yeah, no, it is reasonable.
Too late for that, you little frugal... Never mind.
Whoa.
All right, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everybody should drive one then.
Well, but it breaks down.
Well...
Unless it's...
I'm sure they'll fix it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm not hearing about that until now, Terry, so I wouldn't discourage anyone who wanted to buy a Prius from buying one.
Right.
All right.
Well, like I said, you can get your little glitch fixed.
And I don't think it's the eye candy carjacking type vehicle that may be the result in deaths and unfortunate occurrences like that.
Right.
All right. So it's a lot of benefits.
True.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want a getaway car that doesn't work.
Speaking of benefits, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Show's over, baby.
Wow.
Don't make like a Prius on me.
Oh, yeah.
Time for her to earn her money. Huh?
Yeah! It's the big spring cha-ching.
What it is, yo? What's up?